Oh my god,
Hello,
we're live. Oh god,
hello.
we're live.
Tell us if audio is bad.
I'm gonna scream really, really loud. And if that hurts you, tough.
Okay, people can hear us. That's good.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Can you hear the game? Do you hear clicking noises from this team here? I'm quiet. Okay. I don't know if I can fix that, to be honest.
Scream, Galen.
I my
Scream.
mic is quiet. I don't know if I could fix my mic being quiet. Game's audible. Okay, that's good. That's what matters.
Speaking of Audible, today's stream is sponsored. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, I think somebody just got online in Overwatch. I will send them an invite and then we can start.
Overwatch.
Okay, so just so everybody is good on rules and stuff going on, competitive rules are on, maps are random. Game mode is, I believe, hybrid, push, control, I think it's called. I have not played this game in a while. And push, if I said that already. Actually, I can look. Yeah, okay. Control, escort, hybrid, and push. Those are the game modes. Competitive rules are on. The team that will be playing next, we have 3 teams, so the off team will be also spectating. And right now it is Ducklings versus Claws. So I think they're ready to go. Let me check the Discords here. Yep, they seem to be ready to
Racers,
go.
start your engines.
All right. Start. Okay.
Oh, dude, it's going. Oh my god.
Traveling to Route 66.
I've never played a game of Overwatch in my entire life. Never touched it.
It's interesting. Let me look at spectator options here real quick. Okay. You guys can also see in-game chat, I guess. I could probably turn that off, but that's fine. I also don't... Chris, do you know where the spawns are?
Yeah. Also,
here?
can you? I can't hear any sound coming out of your Discord stream. Is there a way to change that?
Actually, I'm streaming this screen. I'll change that.
Yeah. So the one spawn is defender spawn is where you are. It's right behind you actually. They come out of the saloon, and attacker spawn. If you see it over to the left where there's that bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go towards that bridge, you can see them in the red right there. They spawn inside of a little diner, which in the lore, actually, Cole Cassidy, I think his name is, has a cup of coffee there.
Oh,
That's what this map is. Yeah.
I see.
5, 4,
Cole Cassidy, of course, used to be Jesse McCree, but they have to change his name.
1. Attackers
Did
It's
they?
Blizzard.
Did they? I
Yeah,
remember
so
when it was McCree.
Stop.
yeah, McCree is the name of one of the lead devs of Overwatch. He was fired from Blizzard because of That's interesting. This is they're using an offensive Bastion.
They are.
That's interesting. Bastion's usually for defense. I don't know how they changed him in Overwatch 2. I think he can move in his tank form now, which makes him maybe more of an offensive pick. On this map, usually this first chokehold is like the make or break. I've seen entire games take place at just this chokehold, so it's a little interesting that the defense team is giving this up so quickly. Yeah. Normally maybe the meta's changed since Overwatch 2 dropped, but I remember back in my day. Oop, cheeky little Reaper flank. Didn't get any picks though. Maybe it just changed because of like the different metas and stuff.
Yeah, because honestly, last time I played this game was I think it was either when Wrecking Ball or Sigma came out or something. So that was.
Yeah, exactly. This map was ruined by Wrecking Ball because you could just spin on the payload.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, so now the defense team is, they're up on ththose upper rafters, and this is where they're going to make their stand. Although their tank got taken out like immediately by soldier, which is pretty bad. Wow, Lucio just killed the soldier from the defense team. That's interesting. Oh. Alright. Well, Bastion got taken down, and Lucio's camping the point from defenders, which is pretty good. The offense's main, DPS is gone. However, offense... Oh, Lucio's about to get taken out by Doomfist. Now, I don't know much about the current Overwatch meta, but from what I know, they changed Doomfist to a tank.
Did they?
Yeah, he used to be DPS.
Yeah.
Now he's tank, and he can't stun lock people as much anymore, unless they change that.
I see.
No, but that's the first point. Very...
So...
That was really...
First point done?
Is red claws. Okay.
Yeah, red is claws.
Claws and, the other guys. Hiddens?
Meteor strike!
We're pushing up even further past the point here. Everything's going on up here now.
Interesting. It's interesting that they're oh no, that's Soldier, not Lucio. With a tight heal. Their Soldier goes for pretty hard flanks on this one. This can be another interesting choke to hold, because where the defenders are currently, on that upper rafters, you have a lot of really good lines of sight down onto where the card has to be pushed. Yeah, there's that new Bastion ult which just blows up. They use that to clear. Pharah ult from the defenders, they use that to wipe the point, but they missed the Doomfist right next to the Pharah.
A lot of that.
Yeah. If they could have taken out the Doomfist with that Pharah ult, that would have been good, but it looks like they still took the point.
Alive.
Yeah. He has a lot of survivability.
He just went all the way back.
And the new spawns for the attackers is going to be just up that canyon, which means they have less time to walk to this cart. But the defenders have a pretty solid hold in the cart right now. You can see the Junkrat trapping and spamming that tight corridor. That's what Junkrat's really good for, but Doomfist can just jump right out of it, and they got a pocket Mercy, making sure that he doesn't go down very quickly.
Yeah, I'll just pretty hard right now.
Yeah. Bastion seems like a pretty good pick. I'm not sure if he's good in the general game, but he seems like he's doing pretty good against the defender team right now. It seems like they're having trouble countering his hit scan, and the fact that he can move in his turret form now is pretty interesting. The Ana almost going down, but able to make it just back to the payload for the attackers, so they keep another healer. Yeah. They swapped off of Lucio, and now they're running Ana Mercy, which is more of a targeted heals. I think their main goal is to keep that Doomfist alive, because they have two very sort of glass cannon characters. Doomfist is a really powerful tank with a lot of health, but he has to rush in to do anything because he's very close range. So keeping him alive is very important. Yeah. And Bastion can deal a lot of damage, but he's generally very weak. He can get taken out really, really quickly because he's such a large target as a DPS. So they're going for some more targeted heals. They swapped back to Lucio, and it might not be working out. Oh, wait, that's defenders. The attackers are... Yeah, the defenders, I think they swapped to that D.Va, because D.Va's really good for that hit scan. Yeah. Because of the defense matrix, you see that the D.Va's just countering the Bastion now. The Bastion can't really push up, even though the Bastion's being pocket healed.
Yeah. This is like Claw's strategy is to keep that...
Yeah. The defense matrix from D.Va doesn't last a lot, but it has the benefit of not being like a shield, which means you can't chip away at it and break it down. Anything that you shoot into the defense matrix goes away, which makes it great for Bastion because he can deal a huge amount of damage really quickly, but you can negate all of that if you catch it all in the defense matrix.
Yeah.
It looks like they've isolated Bastion into the back. He's actually going to sneak back through the saloon, which is really good. The survivability of the attacking team is really good. They know when to pull back and they're not overextending. We've got a pretty decent team fight right here.
They're keeping it going forward.
Yeah. So. Like right here, the Bastion, instead of pushing up and stancing up, he and the Soldier are going to push back and keep getting pocketed by Mercy. Actually, the D.Va looks like it just got taken out, which is... Oh, that was just asleep. Never mind. So the defenders did really good in pushing the offensive team back, but the offensive team actually is doing really well because not a lot of them have died, and they just got a really important pick, which is the defender's tank. So even though the defenders, the attackers ceded a lot of ground there, and they wrapped all the way back to the start of this point, the offense is actually winning even though they ceded ground because they got more important picks. However, it did take them a lot of time. And there's only 30 seconds left, so the attackers did get a res off on the Soldier, which is very important because he's huge on DPS. However, You saw the D.Va ran out of defense matrix, and now there's 2 hit scan DPS, which is just going to take them out, and that was really good counterplay right there. The team was really smart in their positioning there, both teams, but the offense really was just able to stay alive longer, even though
on that point.
Yeah.
Where is
Defense was able to play their position really well, but I think the offense was just able to pull back and sort of bait them into a trap, which let them get picks even when they were super low.
Yeah.
The pocket healers are doing a lot of work right now, which I think is what I think if I was on the defense team, I would swap out with Lucio at this point because he doesn't seem to be doing a lot. I don't think the heals are enough. That might be one of the weak links in this team.
They need to find a way to get that Bastion, get that Doomfist.
Definitely. Yeah, that was a really good Pharaoh. Doomfist just propped up, but that Doomfist is in the middle of a lot of enemies, getting pocket healed by the Mercy though. The Doomfist flank is huge. See, Mercy just res that Bastion, and Bastion's now behind the defensive line, and he's propped up on a turret.
Oh, that's bad.
He might be able to take out that Pharaoh. Oh yeah, so defense swapped to Sigma as their tank. Sigma's really good with the shield, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough at this late stage. Offense wipes out about... Yep, that's the tanks and the DPS. So now there's just Lucio, Pharah, and Mercy trying to contest the point and survive as much as they can. I don't know what the Angel character is. They were added after I left the game.
That's Echo. I don't know what
Echo. Yeah, that's the one. I think that they just like swapped to other heroes or something, which is very confusing.
Chat, do you know what Echo does? We are reading chat.
Yeah, this is the final push. So they have to stay on the point because they're on overtime. So right now, defenders actually have a significant advantage because they have a couple boot characters that can dash onto point and knock people off. So if they can keep people off the point for long enough, that'll be good. However, the offense is still doing really good damage, taking out the healer and the tank. And the Mercy chooses to res the healer, Lucio. It might have been smarter to raise the Sigma, but Lucio is going to be able to contest that point because he's so slippery. It's really going to be hard for them to hit the Lucio, and with the Mercy having ulted on the point to keep Lucio alive, the offense is really going to need to try to get some picks right now. You can see the Bastion sort of in the top left, above, off the point, hoping to get some picks with the hit scan. Lucio dropping his ult on the point so he can keep contesting. This is just going to be down to the wire. Oh my god.
Switch to Reinhardt to get that
Echo and Echo just took out the Bastion, which is the main source of DPS. But the Lucio got taken out. They're going to push it the last bit. Pharaoh ult taking out. Oh, but the Doomfist tanked it. He wins. That's it. That was a slugfest. Really quick, Kaylin, could you switch it so I have sound now?
Yes, I can. Hold on.
It's really hard to comment all that while it's fucking completely silent.
That's fair. Let me switch.
Initiating match.
That was a really good round from both teams. It went out straight to the end. I think if the defense team... What are the teams again? It's Claw and...
Should have audio now.
Thank you. The teams are Claw and what else?
Claws and Ducklings.
Claws and Ducklings. Was Ducklings on offense there?
Ducklings was the blue team.
The blue team. Okay, so I think that the Ducklings... You gotta go back to the start. The Ducklings on that on their defense there, I think they had some questionable picks. I think they swapped around a bit too much and couldn't really keep their ult charge.
Yeah.
Because when it came down to it at the end, even though Doomfist is maybe not the strongest pick for Claws, when they were playing offense, they stuck with it the whole round, and that ult at the end was really able to help them contest the point, avoid the Pharaoh ult, and stay alive long enough to push the payload. It really came down to one last person. Interesting setup from Claws on this one. Doomfist on defense. He's going to be able to jump around. And I know Valkyrie's a really good player. I've seen them play tank in past tournaments before. So they're really comfortable in that role for sure. A Torbjorn, I don't know how meta Torbjorn is, but again, Claws is going double hit scan with 2 pockets again. So it's pretty much the same exact setup. They have a turret. And Ducklings learned from that, using D.Va to defense matrix up and completely annihilate that hold.
Right through there with D.Va.
But they haven't really pushed up the point, which means this hold is still being contested. Symmetra's, I don't know how Symmetra's teleporters work now. I'm like out of the loop. But again, we see the defensive team, this time being Claws, ceding that ground. And I think Ducklings are kind of going for a pick fight right now. But when when Claus was pushing this, they didn't go for picks. There was actually a long period of time where not a lot of enemies were killed, but they were able to gain that ground. And I think that was Ducklings' big mistake here. They were going for picks, but they neglected to push that cart when it was open. So now, even though they gained a lot of ground right as the round started, they still have to make that up. And the Claus are able to sort of come back and still hold that corner. Whereas when Claus was on offense, they pushed straight past that corner without the Ducklings being able to sort of recover. So now there's a full team fight going on around that corner with Ducklings being able to take out the turret and the Torbjorn. That's going to be big, assuming they don't let the Mercy res, because she does have her ultimate. Pretty equal trades on both sides. I'm not sure how viable Symmetra is for damage, but it's a pretty important pick. Symmetra on offense is... Symmetra is an interesting offensive choice. I mean, it seems to be working for them.
It seems to be doing something there, yeah.
And the D.Va on Ducklings was huge there. It's because Claus just has so many hit scans. The D.Va is really, really able to push up and tank. And the ability to knock back with that charge is really... Because Claus has a lot of rush characters like Doomfist, but D.Va is able to pop the defense matrix and rush forward and sort of push back, which is really good for countering pushes. Ooh. And Ducklings are definitely playing more into mobility now. You can see that the Kiriko actually got hit by the Doomfist. Ooh, took out the Mercy and the Soldier. That's really big picks for the Ducklings. You can see the Kiriko, the choice to run Kiriko for a healer for the Ducklings is actually big. Because even though, I don't know if Kiriko's a very good healer, but what she is one of the most mobile heroes because she can climb walls. And actually she was able to avoid an instant kill from the Doomfist just by climbing a wall. That was really good play from Ducklings. They were able to pretty concisely get their team together. They've got a lot of very mobile. They've got very mobile players, which I think is a response to the hit scan that you see from Claus playing. It's a lot harder to hit these smaller characters, even if they are sort of glass cannons. And I wonder if we'll see some mixing up of the meta.
The only like large character on Ducklings is just pushing everyone back. Oh, they might be in trouble now.
You see, that was a really good play from the Doomfist. The Doomfist jumped to the back of point and charged off of it, pushing the D.Va out of its cover into the line of sight. Alright, that's a soldier. The Symmetra put up a wall to try to block it, but all of the teammates are on the same side as the wall, and as they do that, that was a really great charge in from Claus. The Doomfist diving in to get 2 picks and the Bastion able to roll through with his new mobility.
Getting pushed back.
And it's interesting, I don't know how this chokehold is going to be kind of hard for them to fight. If Claus had a spam character like Junkrat, it would be much easier for them to hold the angle that they're trying to right now. Overextending with the Doomfist.
That like corridor there.
Claus was able to overextend with a Doomfist and get that Lucio kill, which is actually really big. That's going to stagger the mobility of the Ducklings.
They have that Mercy supporting Doomfist there, and the Bastion, kind of at the same time.
So Ducklings is going to have to coordinate to get out of this sort of corner that they're in, because there's one chokehold that they have to get through, and it's just being spammed with all the hit scan. You can hear that soldier gun
is just clear in that corridor.
I mean, you can just hear that soldier gun like thumping away, and that's all they really have to do to hold this chokehold, unless the Ducklings switch something up, which it looks like they're going to. They've swapped off of their D.Va onto Orisa. Now, Orisa used to be a shield tank, and I don't know what her new functionality is. I know she has a spear, so she can do probably a lot of stuns. So they use the spear to push the Bastion off the point, which is huge. Doomfist already has his ult back. That's a notoriously fast-charging ult, and they use that to chain a double kill off the Symmetra, the Genji, and now the tank. Ducklings has lost another push. This is going to be really hard for them to come back from, especially since they only have about a minute and a half to complete this entire checkpoint, and they're still at the start. The meta that Claus is running is incredibly powerful against what the Ducklings have, and the Ducklings have not been able to build up enough ult charge to meaningfully counter it. All the mobility... Sorry, go.
Continuing to kill everything. They got
the Pocket Mercy is definitely going to be a problem. The Ducklings getting 3 really good picks, with the support characters actually able to take out most of the people. Doomfist, the Doomfist is still a problem. The Pocket Mercy on the Doomfist is an issue. And actually, I believe it's Valkyrie and Aether. I'm not sure if it was that group in past tournaments, but those two have been a very powerful sort of combo in the past. Again, with the Doomfist ulting back onto the back of sight and getting 2 kills off the support characters and able to dive out into that upper field really easily. Doomfist is really great at finding those small characters and glass cannoning them, just getting rid of them, and now he has a ton of health to do so. Ducklings are just sort of trying to dive onto the point with D.Va and Orisa and hold it as best they can, but they're not getting a lot of meaningful picks. Bastion able to take out the Orisa really quickly.
Way in the back.
That's the power of Ana as a healer. She can heal at a range, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And since right now all Claus has to do is hold lines of sight with hit scan, that's a really powerful pick for them.
We're back at this corridor.
Yeah. There's only 5 seconds for the team to Ducklings dive onto the point. They get a couple meaningful kills, but it's trades. Claus revives the Bastion, but the Bastion is behind a shield. Ult from the soldier. And that's
Bastion's first mode.
and the soldier just wiped 3 players. Last one is Lucio just trying to contest the site, just like the end of last round. With it's all support on the point.
Not quite.
The Doomfist pushed the Lucio off, but Lucio's going to keep going, and it's
There
done.
it is.
It was a really strong meta play from Claus there. I don't think Ducklings were able to adapt their playstyle and characters enough to meet the hit scan meta that they had.
Yeah. Claus was just killing it that whole
Doomfist is a really interesting pick for a tank. I heard this was actually where he won right there. Getting that kill on that Pharaoh was what let them win that first game.
Yeah.
Doomfist is a really interesting pick as a tank because he doesn't fulfill the same role that other tanks do. Like you saw Ducklings using tanks in a very classic way where they were behind shields and defense matrix to try to like protect themselves a lot.
Yeah.
But Doomfist is he plays offensively, which is why he used to be a DPS character, and they used him very effectively that game to dive into players and then ult back onto the point and clear it when they needed him. And I think that's really the way that they were able to take that game.
Yeah, Ducklings got that one good push in that second half there. But I think Claus just that Doomfist.
Definitely.
It's rough. Okay. Is Team Extra is everybody here? Let's check the Discord. We did 2 more. Oh, we're doing 2 more maps. Okay.
So is it best of 5?
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, okay. 3 matches per. So Claus won that one. Okay. So Extra, you have a little more time to get.
Is it just best of 3 then?
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to
Oasis, is this one of the new ones? No, this is...
I think this is
initiating
relatively.
match.
I
don't recognize
remember playing on this map. I think.
Oh, is this... Yeah, I do they changed it. They changed it a little bit, but this is, yeah, older. So this one's actually a point capture, so this won't be going back and forth. No offense and defense. Ducklings on blue and Claus on red. This map's very interesting because there's a lot of wide open space out of the player's spawns before they get to the middle.
Yeah.
But the middle is a very open, circular, interesting picks from both teams. So the Ducklings are using the new tank, which is like Ramada. I don't know what he does. I know he's able to put out a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think I looked at his abilities, and some of them are insane.
And there's also a Pocket Mercy Pharah combo there.
I see that, yeah.
Claus actually hasn't picked all their characters yet.
Claus looks to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. But Claus still has 1 player not picked, so I wonder what's going on there.
I think there's 5 people though. No?
Is there? Well, Aether doesn't have... Oh, no, never mind. This must be
5 people. It's just glitched or something.
Must be bugging. I'm assuming Aether is running Mercy, but I could be wrong. Oh, I think it's Lucio, actually. A nice pick from the Ducklings. Yeah, they both went for that elevator, which is really interesting. The Mei pick from the Ducklings is very annoying, but it is good for point control, especially at close range. That wall is incredible. Nice double pick from the Pharah. That's huge. The Pharah Mercy combo there is, I mean, it's a staple of the series at this point. Oh, Aether left the game.
Disconnect? Oh. Oh no. Timeout? Pause? Pause match?
Pause.
We'll see what's going on.
You gotta make sure that Aether can rejoin. Aether. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep playing Brick Breaker on my phone.
Okay.
This game is riveting. I gotta tell you good gameplay. Oh.
Okay. Do you want to... Actually, I guess they can just message me because it's Alex on their team.
Yeah. Well, I think Alex is on Ducklings, and this is Claws.
No, Alex is in Claws.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yep, Alex and James are in Claws. Hopefully, Claws, like, at me in your chat if we need to like restart the match. We can do that.
Technical difficulties.
That's about right. Let's see if I can I switch to first person? I want to see if I can here.
You should be able to switch between viewpoints, but I think it stays in third
I
person.
don't know what the button is though.
Just hit every button.
I don't want to do that. And
Every button.
Can
If you leave a single button unpressed, you are not doing your job as a spectator.
Player names, first person stuff. We're back. Are you guys back?
Might have to restart the match.
Do I have to restart the match
I think that seems
to get him back in? We can do that.
seems likely.
Can he reconnect? We're good. Oh, we're okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's back in. Okay.
Back at
I was
it.
confused. Didn't see it on like the top. So.
Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
It's like I have to pause Brick Breaker on my phone. Well, the Ducklings are taking this first one. That was a really good honor grenade from Claws, blocking that pocket mercy. And Lucio again for a pick on the easy heals. They really like the mobility in these Ducklings. It was really good play from Claws when the soldier killed himself. I'm not sure what.
All right.
And a pick on the mercy. Claws is really going to need to regroup.
Pushing Claws back.
Ooh, they swapped to McGrath Cole, Old Cunningham. Again, it's all hit. Ooh, and Roadhog on the Ducklings. They're going for peak annoyance. I think they saw the other team was playing Mei and they just decided to say fuck it.
Maybe.
Ooh, good picks on the Ducklings, but both team has really good healings. Oh, they're using Baptiste. This might be. Yeah, they're doing pretty well on this. And, I mean, losing a player definitely threw Claws off.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see that? The Mei walled off their retreat, and then the Ramatra ulted, whatever that does. Got two nice kills there.
That's literally just a damage zone. It's
yeah. Ooh, 90%.
like super powerful.
And they are pushing Ducklings back to spawn. Look at that smart car. Well, that's half of round.
All right.
That's the first round, though.
I think this is Ducklings game mode.
Score
It could be.
1-0.
It could be. We saw a lot of meta mixing up from from Claws on that one.
Ready for
They
battle.
swapped to Baptiste for heals, which is different from their usual Lucio or Ana picks. They swapped to Roadhog, which is very different. We have yet to see them play a defensive tank, because both Roadhog and Doomfist are very aggressive tanks. And that sort of fits with what I know of Valkyrie. Again, Valkyrie's played in a ton of tournaments before. I recognize their name, and I remember them from one Overwatch tournament where they just dominated as Zarya. That was year one. It was like 3 years. They've been,
Year one. That was 3 years ago. Yeah.
yeah, they've been playing tank in tournaments as long as I've been in Sheridan, and it's always an aggressive tank. I think the commitment to this video game over that 3 years is impressive, but also worrying. And I hope all the players in this tournament are seeing someone about their continued commitment to this game.
Highly competitive.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement around the point. More of the map is being used than is usually. Neither team is diving onto the point. They're really circling around. Claws has a bit of an advantage because they took out Ducklings' DPS as Pharah, but Ducklings was able to take the point despite that advantage because Claws is still sort of trying to go for picks, which is really difficult. I think Ducklings is playing a very strong defensive game with using Mei walls. Claws is very offensive. Ooh, Claws getting good picks on that, taking out Mei and the tank, which is really good. But the question is if Claws will be able to hold this, and if Ducklings have retake ability, because they've been able to hold points really well. And actually, we can see that Claws has swapped to Mei as well, which is really good for them. That defensiveness. And we can see Doomfist diving off the point to try to get some picks and diving back in before he can take a ton of damage. Ooh, really good counterplay. The Baptiste actually dropped his immunity and then sniped the Pharah out of her ult, and the Doomfist was able to dive onto the Mercy. Ooh, nice. Look at that aggressive Baptiste. Oh, they were able to put down their Immortality Orb off the point and just hold that first choke. Really impressive how they're using otherwise what would normally be defensive abilities to hold aggressive positions. But they did see that ground really quickly. It just took more time for the Ducklings to sort of regroup, which is really what Claws wants right now. Really good pick on the Baptiste from the Pharah, and a Mei ult from the Ducklings. That's going to take a lot of space. Pharah with 2 really important picks. Claws now has no healers, and you can see the Doomfist. It's going to be really hard for that Doomfist to stay alive without the healer, as his health really drops. A good retake from the Ducklings on that, or yeah, Ducklings.
That Reinhardt is a pseudo Mei with that wall there.
No, exactly. They're using really... Both teams are trying to use their defensive abilities to push up and get a free hold. That's another Pharah ult coming out of Ducklings. It does almost nothing, though. They were trying to get that Doomfist, but the Doomfist is way too slippery. Even though Doomfist... Oh, that's the hit that they needed. Oh, Soldier 76 ult takes out the Pharah. Yeah.
It's just Bastion now.
What Claws was trying to do there was get a flank with the Soldier to get behind the shields and get a couple kills, and they did, but because their Doomfist and one of their healers died, the rest of the team wasn't in a place to take advantage of those kills. They've swapped off of, I don't know what they were playing before, but they're back on Bastion, who again used to be defensive, but is now very able to push forward with his mobile turret. Ooh, that Soldier's... Oh, the Immortality Field saves the Soldier from the ult. Baptiste dropping his double damage ult. The Pharah just able to sort of pester from above. Pharah finally taken out by the Doomfist. And the Lucio's just going to try to contest. But Doomfist was made to counter Lucio, and that's going to be a take from the Claws. That's probably a really smart pick to swap to Bastion right there. Oh, and also they swapped to Moira instead of Mercy, so there's no longer going to be a pocket. They're no longer trying to pocket Pharah from the Claws, but they're trying to get some healing and some damage from Moira, because Moira is able to actually output a ton of slow tick damage.
Reinhardt switched to Sigma.
Sigma has a bit more utility on his shield. That Bastion ult just absolutely missing everything while the Pharah takes out the healer from the back. And the Mei ult takes out the Bastion.
Oh, looks like
Ooh, good
Ducklings
kills.
might have it here.
There it is. Yeah, the Doomfist can't solo ult like that, and unless Claus is able to
Might have it here.
recontest
It's
really
very
quickly.
close, yeah.
They've got a lot of speed characters, but I don't think they're gonna have enough time to dive. Oh, the Moira dashing on the site.
Where is it?
Oh,
Lucia's
nice.
in.
They went all
Lucia's in.
speed. They Moira dashed in, and they used the Lucio. Lucio's now just going to be trying to contest. Mei was able to take out the soldier really quickly. Doomfist has dived on the site and is now using his ult. If he doesn't get any kills, Lucio drops his ult. It's all going to be survivability from the remaining members of Claws who are on site. The Lucio gets taken out. How much health does the Doomfist have? He's still dashing around, trying to stay alive. He's out. Junkrat dives in. The point he's going to be able to get some spam shots off, but is he going to be enough to kill the Ducklings? Moira using immortality to get on the field. Soldier flanking from behind, getting the Mei pick. That's really important. Mercy rezzing the Mei right after he's taken out.
Oh my god.
The Ducklings are playing an incredible counter game, but
they're coming one by one back here.
and the Ducklings uses the Pharaoh ult to wipe the Lucio and the Soldier, but the Doomfist dives
is
back
back.
on. Doomfist doesn't have enough
dead.
health to keep it.
Ducklings
Oh.
takes it.
Ducklings was just stringing them along. The Claws had to keep diving onto the point one at a time, and Ducklings were able to just take them out.
They couldn't group up. They had to just go.
Pumpkin.
Get off my map.
Nice boop kill.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm playing Brick Breaker again.
All right. One last match
Well,
on.
yeah.
Is that Busan or Busan? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry.
Look, man.
It's.
You're asking the wrong feller.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Next.
I know there was a train that went there, like that one movie. Oh, it's Busan. Yeah, that was my first guess.
Yeah, that would be my first guess too. Yeah.
I think this is another capture point,
This is another capture point game mode.
which is good for the Ducklings.
Good for, I think this might be Ducklings game mode, so
Seems like it.
Claus might have to
Step it up.
find a counter.
I'm gonna have to pump up the gym.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to break it down. I'm
It's a
losing
hint to
Brick
lose.
Breaker.
It's a hint to use Lucio.
Ready for battle.
My
They
Brick
did.
Breaker
They're using
gameplay.
Lucio. Both teams are
worked
using
in the past.
Lucio. Let's go watch the other team.
No, go back.
Let's go watch the other team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Pause my Brick Breaker game.
How many points you got?
Oh, I remember this one. Couple thousand. Interesting. Ducklings went off to the left. They went for the stability of that gong side of the map. This map is like a classic deathmatch setup. It really just lets teams sort of slug it out over that point in the center.
Yeah.
Two really good Pharah picks off the start, the Bastion and the Kiriko. That puts Claws down pretty significantly, down bad. Oh, and the Soldier. That's both DPSs out of, and all they're going to have is that Doomfist.
All right.
Oh,
They got
Valkyrie's
everyone.
actually- That's actually the Junker Queen. Now, I don't know anything about the Junker Queen's kit as a
I
tank.
have no idea. Oh, they switched.
Yeah.
They switched to Roadhog.
Yeah, Roadhog I know about. Roadhog,
We don't have to talk about them now.
fantastic. Now, what's interesting about the Ducklings right here, that Maywall was really good to isolate that tank, but the healers from the Claws is really good. What's interesting about the Ducklings is that you'll notice that they don't have any hit scan, unless you count May's Icicle, which is pretty hit scan, it's close. They're using all projectiles, which is really interesting, but on a map this open, it can be hard to hit, but they're really aggressive with how they're pushing. Claus is set to counter this. They've got Pharah's counters, which is Bastion and Soldier, and both of those should have the range. But the amount of healing that the Ducklings are able to put out and the area control that they're able to express with that healing is sort of putting Claws in an interesting position where they're sort of playing catch-up even though they have the proper counters.
The universum sinks for mine!
And there is an ult from the Sigma on the Duckling side. Pharah getting another kill. Pharah is just able to outplay the Bastion, it seems like.
Yeah,
The
Agent
Ducklings-
MM, we have not played the game in a while. We're just here to commentate.
It's been a long time. I'm proud to say I haven't played Overwatch in probably 5 years. Proud.
I remember when Sigma launched, and
Yep, me too.
I don't remember playing like around that time. So
Ooh, nice double pick from the Bastion. That's really good. But Claus is really going to have to push that, and that Mail... Ooh, what happened to that Mail? Oh, it's on the point. Alright, they've contested it, but they're frozen on that point. That's a Bastion ult.
Oh, it's
Bastion
gone to
ult gets the
overtime
healers
right
and the
at
Mei.
last moment there.
They've just got to get the tank off the point. They got to kill that Sigma and take the point. That's good. Okay. Now, if Claus can take that and hold that, if they can do the same thing... If they can do what Ducklings has done to them and hold them at the door, and they're playing back right now, so this is a little worrying.
Oh, no.
But if they let Ducklings contest too much, that gives Ducklings a huge opportunity to just take the point.
Looks
and
like
all
Ducklings is also a little bit cautious here coming in.
all Ducklings needs is a second. Now Ducklings has both teams have 3 ults. Roadhog's ult for the Claws is going to be very good to push things off of the point and push them back, so we're probably going to see that used at a choke. Oh, Bubbles with an amazing kill on the Mercy. That is one of the healers that had the ult,
Looks like
which is
Ducklings
huge.
is in here. Can they get any of them down?
Mei is just bullying the Roadhog and then curls up on the point to contest. That actually doesn't stop it from ticking up, so that contestation was not necessarily needed, but it was good to keep them alive. Doesn't matter because they're able to get taken off. Finally, that hit scan's paying off for the Claws. This is really, they really want to be on the offensive. They want to have the other team sort of scrambling to keep up, and that's where that hit scan is really going to come through, because as soon as they let that Pharah and that Mei get set in, they're just going to keep chaining all their high damage hits together and all their slowing. So they really do want to be chokeholding like this. That Pharah just got killed by the Roadhog, pulled off the map, which is really good for the Claws. Oh, res the Pharah, so the full team's back. We're probably going to see a ult coming up here. That's the Sigma ult that's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, countered by the Lucio ult. Pharah ult taken out by the Bastion. That's really, really good. Really good plays from the Bastion. A Mei ult coming through. That's going to be hard. Oh, the Mei ult misses. Nobody's getting hit by the Mei ult.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of ults popping off right now. Both teams have used their Lucio ults. A really good kill on the Bastion. Right now, there is a lot of the Ducklings on the point. The Roadhog ult being used to push people off the point, like I said. Assuming they can get the Sigma and that Tracer off. Tracer being used for picks. Oh shit, knockback on the there we go. Sorry, I can't speak.
This might be it here.
The Sigma knocked back. Fantastic retake by Claws, by the way.
That was
the Doomfist knocked the Roadhog off the point, but the Roadhog was still able to take him out with the shotgun, and the use of Tracer to dive on the point was really, really good, but by that point there were 3 hit scan players on the point, which meant that there was nowhere for the Tracer to go.
Yeah, that is tragic for Ducklings there, getting it to 99% and not being able to take it back.
This map is really, really interesting. It reminds me a lot of like old Halo death matches.
Yeah,
in that
it's
from
like that one map in Halo
from spawns. Oh yeah, like Anchor 11
Yeah.
or Anchor 9 or whatever.
Right.
From spawns, there's just a lot of hallways. And oh, pause it. We lost someone.
Capture.
Who's Lullabite?
Oh, that's
Lullabite
a
left the game. Oh, never
that's
mind.
fine. That's spectator.
That's my bad. I thought someone had lost. But all of the fighting happens in this middle section, above and around the point. And it looks like they've actually reworked this recently, because this is not what the map looked like before.
Got a lot of stuff going on off the point. Doomfist is taking that point.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming the Ducklings' way. Well, it's not open yet. The point will unlock in a second. Yeah. Really good contestations, and the Ducklings have been pushed back. Their tank's gone, which is really good for Claws, and so is their healer. Point is open, but the Ducklings want to push their advantage. There's a Hanzo behind the Ducklings, which got a really good pick off on one of their main DPS makers.
This is taking it.
Yeah. That Hanzo is going to be a huge problem, though. Hanzo, the Doomfist, what's going to happen is the Doomfist is going to want to be pursuing Hanzo and those other pick-based DPS, because Hanzo is a great counter to Bastion, because he can fire almost hit-scan arrows really quickly, which do a ton of damage before Bastion has time to turn to him and hit him with the turret. Doomfist getting kind of bullied by the Mei over here. Interestingly, the Ducklings have not swapped off the Junker Queen. I don't know. The Junker Queen did not work for them last game. So let's see. Really good Hanzo ult coming out of there. Does a lot of damage, but does not get a kill. Hanzo finally getting the Reaper, and that's both DPSs taken out, and a healer. Doomfist and Lucio just sort of holding their own. They're going to have to contest. Really good job, and that really fast charging Doomfist ult came out of nowhere. A support in the tank looks like it beats the 2 DPSs that the Ducklings were using. That was really good play from Claws. They were in a really risky position there where they had only a tank and a healer, which is not optimal, and the enemy team had a Mei and their Junker. But they were still able to take it out, which is really, really good for them because they continue to hold this point. Now they're just trying to push the Ducklings back as much as they can. That's a Bastion ult. And they're all stuck in there in a Mei ult. That's 2 down, 3 down. Really good counter hold from the Ducklings right here.
All 5 down.
There's a team kill from the Ducklings. They were able to hold that choke and use 2 of their ults to really effectively get kills.
Ducklings has got to get on that point.
I don't think they have enough time at this point.
Yeah, I think they're sticking up here.
Ducklings dived on point with really speedy characters using the Lucio bolt. Really good Reaper ult from Claws, but because they were on a hit, they were able to get taken out by the Lucio because they couldn't heal at all. The Ducklings have retaken this point. Doomfist is going to be trying. Doomfist is alone and solo contesting while Kiriko tries to heal from afar, but there's just too much damage coming and they're going to get knocked off.
Yep, all they had to do was push that point.
It's a fantastic last-minute retake by the Ducklings. They were able to take advantage of Claws looking entirely at one chokehold and push somewhere else with speedy characters, which is great. Really good Doomfist charge, except he's all alone. Mei's blocked him off. Oh, pushes all 4 players back.
Tries for a flank there.
He's trying to ult them, but the healers are too good at countering his damage. Ether actually able to get a pick as Kiriko. I think the problem with Doomfist is he keeps charging in solo, but the healers on Ducklings are able to counter the small damage that he can do as a tank. He's not a damage dealer. 2 big hit picks from Hanzo. Make it 4. And Doomfist charges off the map, unfortunately. That's another team win from the Ducklings. That Hanzo is putting in a ton of work. I think Claws is going to have to switch it up to deal with that Hanzo. They're already using a Reaper as opposed to their usual Bastion, but this is, it's not really working out for them.
Yeah, they're swapping.
Nice Doomfist charge that takes out their tank. Oh, but a Hanzo to kill, ult to kill the Lucio, the Doomfist, and the Reaper. Bubbles and Ether are trying to contest together, but they're both taking out. That's a team kill for the Ducklings. That Hanzo is oppressive. He's able to do so much damage from so far away, and with chokeholds and his ricochet arrows and ults, he's able to just hold. And with the way the Doomfist charges in, Mei's going to keep blocking him off.
On the flank.
Reaper on the flank, that's a meteor strike from the Doomfist. That does a lot of damage. They've got to contest. The full team fight on the flank. Reaper takes 1 kill. That's the Hanzo. That's the main thing that's been bugging the Claws so far. On a blocking off most of the heals from Claws, is the Ducklings able to take advantage of, and they can. They take 2 out. Reaper trying to kill the Mei, but the Mei contests. And fire. Well, I don't know, because Farah's taking advantage of the fact that nobody on on Claws is able to take long range damage right now, and only Doomfist has left to contest. He has no way to kill, and they take it out.
All right.
The swap to Farah at the end there was immaculate. The swap after they got taken out as Hanzo, that player immediately swapped to Farah, recognizing that the only hit scan on the enemy team was the soldier who was taken out and was unable to contest. That left only the Reaper and the Doomfist on the point who couldn't do anything against the Farah. That was really, really good plays from the Ducklings. That was smart. Okay, Pop.
All right. I think this. I think the way that I've set up the this game mode specifically, it swaps the map every.
This map has different points. Yeah. So this is all one map. Each point is a different area.
One.
Yeah.
Round 3. Capture.
You ever watch your belly button and cry?
Harder?
What? Nothing. The Ducklings are again going with the Junker Queen. It seems like they're really comfortable with that to start. They always swap. Yeah, Diva again for Claws. We've seen a lot of really good Diva work these past couple games, so it's not surprising that somebody picked it. Claws is really, really low. They need some heals. They need heals now.
Oh,
The
smack
objective
him
is
down.
now
Claws is essentially
too
down the
low.
tank. Oh, and that's a pick from the May. Claws is taking the point, but they are down a player and a tank. Diva's about to take the tank back. Summons it on top of Lucio and kills them. Really sick play from them.
Bastion and
Whoa.
Diva, I think, is going to get them short-term.
That was really impressive. Right now, Ducklings are playing defense, able to sleep the Diva so they don't get an extra pick. But the Claws were able to really leverage the few players they still had, and the Diva played their life, and so they're able to get an instant kill, a very lucky or skillful instant kill as they resummoned their mech. Really, really, really good plays from the Claws there.
Ducklings is a bit cautious going down here. Bear's getting some height. That Diva is just on a roof. Keeping them in that corridor there.
This chokehold is going to be very important to
gotta
hold.
push through this somehow.
And they've swapped to a Bastion again. Bastion is really, really good at holding these chokes. And
that Diva is like right in their face.
yeah, that's what Diva's meant to do. And Diva's got a healer with them. Is that Lucio or Kiriko? Oh, it's Kiriko, one of the new healers.
Actually, what I know about Kiriko, I think she has the highest heal rate.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah, I think she has. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody in chat can know this. But I'm pretty sure Kiriko has the highest heal rate if you can land the hits.
Oh, that's a Diva bomb, but it's put into a really interesting spot.
Didn't get anybody.
And Diva died as a result, so she's got to respawn right now. Bastion ult did get one healer, and Ether was able to get a kill.
Oh, May ult here.
Really good job from Claws, able to...
Down.
Claws used the Lucio ult to try to counter that, but it wasn't enough. And actually, Ducklings were able to take that point, now being contested only by the diving Doomfist and the Kiriko. Now, Ducklings are at 99%, but they are completely outnumbered on the point right now.
Hold out.
May using a wall to block any kills. The rest of the team is here, but the Doomfist is dead. That's going to leave a Bastion and a Lucio on point, with a soldier from the side getting kills. 3 kills once the DPS arrived.
They keep the point.
Really nice retake from the Ducklings. Didn't even see that coming.
victory.
Alright, Claws wins. So, Claws won both games there. So they'll be moving on to round 2.
Yeah, that's a Claws victory. Well done, Claws. Although we can't say it wasn't an even matchup because the Ducklings were doing really, really well. There were a lot of points where it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was literally 99%.
Sort of like this brick
at one
breaker
point.
playing.
Actually, 2 points, multiple points. It was like 99%. So Claws will move on to the next round. They will be going against whoever wins the next one. Next will be Extra and Ducklings. So we will move you guys down to spectators.
Is that all I am to you, Kaylin? Spectator.
Extras, and you will go to red team. You will go to. So I don't think everybody from Extras is here. Let me ping them.
That's their
Actually,
loss.
let me check my thing here. Yeah, okay. Let me invite these people back. Yeah, these two. I think we're still missing one.
They're not here in the next 30 seconds. They're disqualified. They're
Let me put,
disqualified.
oh,
I make the rules. Disqualified.
Ducklings. He's the guy that nuts in the game now. Player coming last minute, swap out.
Disqualified.
Yes, okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm messaging Team Extras.
I'm in the process of disqualifying them. Don't worry.
Okay, so it looks like we'll take a 10-minute break. Because I think they are swapping out with somebody who couldn't make it.
And then can I disqualify them?
You really
No,
don't like Team Extras, oh man.
You're wasting my time. Disqualified. No, I don't care.
Okay, so I think we will
Take a break. Listen to some
we'll take
Jeopardy
we'll take a
music.
10-minute break to reflect. So we will be
Take a reflection
right
break.
back.
Play our ads. Cut to our ads. Cut to our
I
sponsors.
don't know if we have ads, but yeah.
I specifically paid for ads to be for some ads. Where'd my money, Alex? I know you're listening to the screen. Where'd my money go? I specifically paid for my business to be sponsored.
Did you?
No.
Okay. We will be right back. Hello. Okay, we're back. We are ready to go. Team Extra is here. Team Ducklings is ready to go, I believe. Oh, does Team Duck? Hold on, rating stuff. Does Team Ducklings want to swap? Are we off of break? Team Ducklings.
Hello!
Who swap? Are we swapping?
What are we swapping to? What?
I think Team Ducklings is swapping one of their players.
We need communication.
Yes. I've been pinged. After our first game of this set. Okay, so
they can play one more game as they are,
yes. Okay.
and then they have to swap.
Okay, so yeah, I will real quick figure this out, and then we will start. Okay. So this game or next game. Next game. Okay, we will start then.
If you say so.
Yeah, because if one of them has to leave. Okay.
Dude made plans in the middle of his Overwatch tournament.
I guess. Okay.
Did I ever tell you that about the guy? When I was trying to do a day one raid for Deepstone Crypt, we had a guy. All of us had like set aside our whole days, and then this one guy in the middle of it was like, "Oh, I have to go to lunch," and he left for like 4 hours in the middle of the day one raid.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's interesting. When you guys switch, I'll add them to the game. Ah, okay. Queue lobby. Spectators. They will spectate. They will spectate. Okay. Let's begin. What map is this? Midtown. Okay.
Now,
Oh, yeah. Is this the American one?
initiating
I think so. Those are New York taxis. Yeah, that's New York.
Damn, I didn't know they added a New York map.
Midtown is mid, according to the players. Okay.
You're mid.
It's all good. It's random. All the maps are on, so it is completely random what maps you guys get.
I have to pause for a breaker on my phone. Okay, so who's blue and who's red now?
Blue is still Ducklings.
Ducklings. And red is now
Red
extra.
is now extra.
Cool. Nice. Okay, I know nothing about this map, and I know nothing about this game mode. I don't know what this is.
Is this the payload? I think the payload is a fire truck.
Is this push?
This is hybrid.
Okay, so they have to capture a point
Yeah.
and then push. And it might be the fire truck, you're right.
3.
And so Extra's coming off on offense. They've got Norisa as their tank. A Bastion, probably having watched the last game, they know that Bastion is really good against the Ducklings. And a Reaper, which is really good for close range. Kiriko and Zenyatta both target heals. Zenyatta taken out by the Pharah. Really nice snipes from the Ducklings. That Pharah is still putting in work. This map reminds me too much of Paris, which is the worst map. Nice pick from Bastion. Taking out the healer. Really good. Really good push from Extra right here. This map looks almost identical to Paris, and I hate it. Nice pick on the Mercy. That's really, really good. Extra's got a really solid push right here. Still being contested a little bit by Ducklings, but it looks like they're going to be pushing all the way to the point right now. They've just got to contest against that Ramatra, and he's taken out already. Nice kills from Extra. God, I hate
that is good. Never mind. Yeah, no, there's a Ramatra. I thought you were talking about the Zenyatta.
No.
Because they're purple.
Alright, that's a first point take. Now, in a lot of these maps...
it's not the fire truck, it's a smaller fire truck.
Yes, it is. But oh my god. Robot JFK, no! But, in a lot of these maps, that first chokehold is actually really significant because it can be really, really easy for defensive teams to hold it aggressively or for attacker teams to take it with ease because Blizzard does not know how to balance these maps. This game mode is the worst game mode, the second worst game mode that they've made because a push point and a checkpoint doesn't really work. So I think this is one of the maps that you can just sweep on because, dude, this map is exactly like Paris. What the hell is this? It is almost identical to Paris, but with a New York skin. Blizzard, what are you guys doing? It starts and ends exactly the same.
Justice reigns from above.
That's a good fair ult. Took out Extra's tank. But the Ducklings, again, aren't really contesting. This was one of their big problems last game, is that they could do a lot of damage, but they wouldn't contest. Soldier contesting that point right now against a tank and a healer. Is he going to be able to out-DPS them? And he gets taken out when the Pharah comes back. Extra stuck underneath that tunnel right now. Pharah's going to push up against the Bash and be able to take them out really quickly before he can set up into his turret mode. Orisa has respawned and has their ult, but doesn't have enough of the team backing to be able to push them back. Ducklings holding a firm hold on this. This looks like the choke point that they're going to want to hold unless Extra is able to get like a sneaky tag on the end. The overpass here is a really, really good choke point.
Oh, I figured it out.
You found the button!
We found the button. Just right click.
Oh, Soldier ult coming from Extra, and Extra, oh my god. Extra just wiped the entire Ducklings from that overpass. And Genji just kind of threw himself so he could respawn with his team.
Oh, somebody's chat saying Assault is gone, so now this is the worst.
Which one's Assault?
I don't know.
the one that's inarguably worse than this is I think it's called Push, where both teams there's like a robot.
That is a game mode that is possible.
Yeah. Like you have to push it back and forth, and like there was some analysis someone did where like the game mode literally doesn't work because if you like the more you push, the less time your opponents get. Like literally, like it decreases their time, but also the longer you push, the more time it takes the opponents to pull what you push back and then push in their direction. Yeah. So it double penalizes anyone who loses even a little bit. It's terrible. This you can tell that this isn't an accurate depiction of a New York subway system because there's not enough trash and or unhoused people.
No.
Ducklings are just getting pummeled into this corner by Extra right now.
Little bits of like stuff on the ground.
Oh, Ducklings with a really good Genji pick right there, able to take out the Zenyatta and the Bastion. That's most of the damage that Extra has. Good counter push by Ducklings there. Able to use that Genji to get a couple really strong picks. They've swapped to Sojourn, who when Overwatch 2 dropped, Sojourn was fucking crazy apparently. Like was just insanely busted. I don't know what the nerfs have been, but I guess they're still good because somebody's playing them.
Somebody is playing them. So.
They wouldn't play them if they were bad. I mean, there's a reason you haven't seen like a Brig this whole game, because some people get nerfed to the ground and some don't.
Yeah.
I know a couple months ago when Overwatch 2 launched, I know that Sojourn and Genji were the meta back then. So it's possible Ducklings are just playing from an old meta, but it seems to be working for them right now. They're doing a really good hold. And that Sojourn ult, when it pops out, will be really, really powerful. Oh, that's a lot of ults. I don't even know what the hell's happening. Good Genji hits, but the Soldier is just getting out-healed. Soldier ult is able to take out the Genji, and Ducklings are able to revive their Sojourn, but they still have to back off through the Mercy ult. Really impressive push from Extra right. Oh, excuse me. I just hiccuped. It's a really impressive push from Extra right there. The Orisa is ahead of the curve, just pushing the team back into their spawn while the rest of the team pushes the payload up. Actually, it looks like the Ducklings followed suit, and they're using their own Orisa to push people off the point, which is really interesting. But their Orisa is really deep. However, nobody seems to be doing a ton of damage. Another Ducklings ult with the sword. That's going to get 2 kills from the Genji, 3 kills from the Genji. Those Genji kills are awesome. 4 kills from the Genji. Can they go for 5 with the Orisa? Orisa killing the healer, and Genji just getting a 5-player kill streak. That Genji is really essential to the Ducklings kit right now. Just basically carried them back from a loss.
It's really close. That endpoint there. Can they get back in time? I think.
Remember, Extra has a minute and a half to push
Yeah.
that remaining couple of inches.
Yeah, I think Extra might have to, because it's so far forward.
Unless the Ducklings can like put up an incredible defense.
They have to not die.
That actually, Extra just put up a really interesting Baptiste ult, which is going to let them do a ton of damage, and they both went really powerful hit scan players. Well, not hit scan, but DPS. Widow was able to get a snipe off, and Genji was able to get a snipe off.
They might have it. Their spawn is close.
Yeah, Ducklings are playing a really long game, getting long picks with Widowmaker, and letting Genji do most of the up-close damage. That Reaper is not going to be a good pick, because Reaper is not a really good counter to Genji or Widow. So the Extra's probably going to want to swap off of that. Doing really good work, Ducklings, with that the Genji and the Widow. They're almost solo holding while the rest of the team just does side damage. The use of the Moira is really important here, because both Genji and Widow are very high skill, high damage characters, which means if there's one enemy that's on low health, but they can't get the shot off, the Moira can use their instant scan to kill them. Really good kill on that Widowmaker from Extra. Yeah. The Sojourn ult is coming in from Extra right now. Oh, that's a lot of ult. Extra getting a lot of kills, but taking a lot of damage from that Orisa, who's in there, overcharged by the Ana, taking a ton of damage and able to walk it all off with the healers. The Genji damaging the tanks. Ooh. Fantastic hold from the Ducklings. They were able to push back with Orisa to keep the other team off the point. Extra's got to be really frustrated about that, because they had that win really close. I'm playing Brick Breaker.
It doesn't even move.
It probably reset. It's got to reset later. It's got to reset.
It. I hope it does. I hope that thing resets. I'm gonna go back over here. Where's the other spawn? Is it?
It's way further back. It's way further. Turn around.
This way?
Left. Yeah, straight and left.
Okay.
And then it should be a right. Yeah, follow that blue line. There they are. Yeah. And that's the first point. Extra on the defense is now going to be running. That's an interesting comp. Again, I don't really know what Ramatra can do, so I'm not sure. But they've got the Baptiste for the immortality and a little extra damage, Ashe for really strong headshots, Reaper for getting up close, and Ana from some target heals and damage. And they don't have a lot of consistent heals is the problem. Ana can put out some stuff, but it's really hard to heal at the same rate as something like a Mercy or a Moira. And Ducklings going with a Reinhardt Genji combo. That's interesting. Oh, Ramatra sending out something that's going to signal to them what character they're playing really quickly.
You are safe with me.
Ramatra shield just got fucking burned through. Ooh, Reinhardt taking a ton of damage. Ooh, that's an early take. I know one of the things Ramatra can do. Oh, nice res from the Mercy. One of the things I know Ramatra can do is shoot through shields.
Yeah.
So even though the Ducklings lost their tank early, that Mercy res, even though the Mercy died, to bring back the Reinhardt, that was a worthwhile trade because that Reinhardt was able to push through, keep a lot of the fire, and let the flankers like Genji and Lucio take that point while nobody was looking. And again, I don't want to say anything about the teams, but this is really speaking to Blizzard's map design here. That first point was done in 16 seconds after one team fight because Blizzard does not know how to design first points. It's genuinely embarrassing. Like it's the worst. Every single map like this plays out exactly the same.
I feel like every Overwatch game that I've seen, there's someone talking about map design.
Blizzard's map design is trash. Sometimes. A lot of their maps are really good.
The art,
I mean, environmentally. Yeah,
Art
environmentally.
is good.
This really looks like downtown Toronto. Like strong defense from Extra. Really strong defense from Extra. You see Extra running that tank. Bastion. Yeah. That Bastion is a meta pick once again, which I think is interesting. But
the Bastion gonna set up right up here.
ooh, Mercy and Farah taken out by the Bastion. Lickety split.
A little bit cautious here. I think they're waiting to regroup.
Well, they lost their main healer and their main DPS,
Yeah,
so they
they're
definitely
on
have to
the way.
regroup.
Yeah.
Swapped off of Farah to Junkrat. Junkrat.
They're gonna push.
Orisa's pushing forward a little
Okay,
bit.
they're all here now.
Now, Junkrat's really good at spamming. You can see he's shooting somewhere that they can't shoot him back to knock that Bastion off. And that's going to contest that point. I mean, Bastion's still there. Oh, Junkrat's coming in from above. Does a lot of damage. Stunned that Bastion. It's going to be really important for this team to take out the Bastion. Notice the Reinhardt carried the Bastion out of that immortality zone to kill him. Really, really smart. They pushed the team back. Right now it's about even, but that Bastion gone is going to be really important. I don't know what the Kiriko ult does. Oh, that's a soldier ult. Now Ducklings are pushed way the fuck up, but their
point is way back.
way back.
It's
And they
still
actually
going back.
they lost quite a couple lives there when they didn't need to. They were overextended a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I feel like Extras could have pushed while they were waiting for their team to come up.
Oof, rough on the Lucio.
That would also not be
I mean, the Ducklings do have 3 minutes to take this point, but that is a lot of damage coming out of the Extras. That's incredible defense. Using that ult on that choke point to make sure that none of the Ducklings can come through around. And now, Extras actually put stuff off the bridge to hold the point itself, which is really ballsy. But it should work out for them. And I believe that's so that they can prevent the Junkrat from just spamming grenades onto the bridge, which is the main thing that blocked their Bastion. Now they can contest where the Junkrat spams from. Junkrat ult coming in soon. Let's see if they're going to target the Reinhardt. Literally hitting the green. Brutal taking out the Bastion with the Genji ult. Genji's really, really good at taking out Bastion with his deflect and his ult, but Orisa is actually going to take out the Genji. Now the Ducklings are taking the opportunity to actually push the point because they are about equal, but right now Extra is about to get back one of their DPS, which is Soldier and actually Baptiste in the corner there, who's going to enable some long-range support. That Baptiste ball going up, ensuring that Extra does extra damage through. Orisa ulting for an Aaron's effect denial on the point. Soldier ulting as well to get a double kill and then a triple with the Bastion.
Yeah, Ducklings being pushed back.
Ducklings
Way
pushed
back again. Their spawn point is so far away.
Ducklings are now down both of their DPS ults, with Extra halfway up to their Bastion ult as well. However, Soldier did just burn his. Reinhardt also almost has his ult, which will be an important move to break through. Again, I think this is a team fight that's very ult-driven, but we'll have to see what the teams do. Looks like they're going for a flank around the corner.
They're going really wide on that.
All 5 of them grouped up. They're going to try to get a sneaky little pick from behind, it looks like, coming out on top of the bridge.
They're just trying to get in.
Yeah, a good ult. They got to take out that Baptiste Immortality to kill that Bastion. Oh, good kill on the Bastion, but they are down to healer Moira without the ult. Moira's ult was going to be perhaps one of the most operative things. Reinhardt charging back on point. They have to kill that Orisa so they can push the point. Oh, Reinhardt taken out by the soldier's damage.
Still alive.
Moira coming in. Moira could drop a pretty nasty ult, and with Genji and Lucio, they have to contest that Orisa though.
Oh man, that Orisa's still going.
Oh, Bastion's ult can reach under. Nice evade by the Ducklings though, but they got him off that point for a second. They really have to kill this Orisa. I don't know how this thing has so much health.
It's just surviving. It's still going. It's
still going. They swapped. They swapped the Cassidy off of Soldier, hopefully so they can stun the Reinhardt, I believe. That's a Soldier 76 ult pop right now. Is it going to do anything? Reinhardt's killed from the Ducklings. Soldier able to kill Cassidy. Ducklings dropping a Genji and the Lucio ult on the point to push that Orisa off, but that Orisa's not quite there. Finally, they killed the Orisa. It is down to the wire. They have to stay on this point. It looks like they won that team fight, but Extra is going to be able to dive bomb right at the end with 3 or 4 players. This is going to be it. If this dive is going to be the final hold. Baptiste still has an ult, which he's going to probably use from the side right there, which allows him to do double damage. A double kill from McCree. Really, really nice headshots right there. Both teams just have to contest and hope that they win. There's the Moira ult coming in at the last minute. It's going to do a lot of damage and be able to heal the team. Again, taking out that Orisa is going to be the key for Ducklings here. Extra has the upper hand right here, but Ducklings have 2 healers on the point, which is going to help with their Reinhardt. A charge, getting that Orisa down is just going to be too hard. Nice double kills right there from the Reinhardt and the Moira. And Mayonnaise on Extra running a Tracer to contest. Oh, behind him, nice block from the Reinhardt, just barely saved himself. Right now, it's just a Tracer and it's just a Cassidy. Really nice job. Holy shit, that was so close. Ducklings did a really, really nice job supporting their tank right there because the ooh, pause it. They lost a player.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ducklings did a really, really nice job protecting their tank there. Can we sub in mid-game? I don't know if you can.
I don't think so because they're a spectator right now. Maybe if they leave and then join back and you invite them back, they might fill that slot. So you can try that. Otherwise, I don't know. I would say yes if the game like lets you do that. Okay, they are, yeah, all right.
Mischievous.
Yeah, if the game lets you do that, then I would say yes. What do we think here, Chris? Play down, the Extra's offering to play down 1 as well.
What does down 1 mean?
I mean, if 4-on-4.
Extra does not have to play down 1. But if they have a sub that they can bring in and the game lets them bring it in, let them bring it in.
Yeah. Can you try and get them in? Because we show lobby. Can I bring them in? I think I can. I might be able to swap them here.
If they join spectators, you might be able to swap them in the blue.
Is it Una Bouet here, King's Onus? Can you put that in chat? Just yes or no? Will I be able to swap them in? Is it this? Is it them?
Ooh.
Type it in here. Yeah, Una. To sub in. Okay. Can I put them on blue team?
Nice. But are they in the match now? It doesn't look like
It
it.
says they joined the match. Let's unpause and see. I'm gonna unpause and see what happens. Yeah, okay.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Mid-match sub in.
Very good. However, if Unawabe is running any cheats, you will be banned.
Yes.
He's just running a healer, so I don't think it's going to matter that much. Sorry for the mid-match drama, although hopefully that gave the teams a little bit of time to rest and recuperate. Now remember, this is actually very important. Ducklings don't have to make it all the way. They don't have to make it to the end. They just have to make it a little bit past where Extra got. Now, did Extra get pretty much to the end? Yes. Extra's also running a Sombra who can hack from behind and get invisible and really sneaky. Orisa is like the tankiest of all the tanks. Oh my god.
Living, like,
how do you kill that? Really nice. I mean, Extra just kind of mopped the floor with most of Ducklings there.
And again,
that
their
Sombra
spawn is so far away. They're just waiting to.
They've got to get back within like
they
9
move
seconds.
up. Yeah, no, somebody has to.
But look at that. Look at Genji.
I see him. Somebody has to push to get that overtime. Yeah.
He was being sneaky, and now he's gonna dance around on the point, kill the Sombra. Can't kill the Sombra because of that Baptiste thing, and he's dead. Now Reinhardt is on point, but he's alone.
Somebody's got to get on that point.
Oh, nice dive. Oh shit, that was a mega hack.
Gotta get on there. No, there it is.
And that's it. Nice job, Extra.
Extras wins first game. I like that. I like that resistance. And it's
Power
totally not
Rangers.
just because color scheme I Honestly, that's fair play of the game, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty
Only
good.
problem is you were playing Genji, which is cringe.
Alright, next map is... I'm gonna butcher this again. We're gonna just say tower.
Well, that's Lijiang Tower.
Is
I know
it
that one.
Lijiang Tower? Okay, Lijiang
It's
Tower.
one of the worst goddamn maps in the entire game.
I feel like we've gotten unlucky with these maps.
There aren't many good maps left in Overwatch, so.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
So yeah, I said it right. Not perfectly, but I did say it correctly.
Almost, yeah.
Don't you almost me.
I think I remember playing this map. Okay.
Yeah, this one I think
Yeah,
came.
this is the spaceship. Yeah.
This came with launch, I believe.
Yeah, it's got the spaceship.
Back in my day when the Overwatch maps first released, we had 4 maps you could play on and only 3 characters.
Now this is Control, and so far this has been Ducklings' game mode here.
Yeah, this has been their jam.
So hopefully
But
Extra.
will it continue to be? Also, this doesn't have like the weird bullshit of those random ass like half point control ones.
Yeah.
All right, so Extra surprisingly going Orisa. Shocker, crazy. And actually, Ducklings is going with a Doomfist pick. Now that's interesting because that was, I believe, actually sort of the calling card of Flaws last game. So that's really interesting that Ducklings is choosing to do this. They've lost a lot of health already. Doomfist has the ability that the more damage he does, the more shields he gets back, which is why he's a good dive character. But Orisa, literally in the lore, Orisa was built to be the counter to Doomfist. So it's not surprising that Orisa just kind of like kicked the shit out of Doomfist, and the Doomfist already swapped off to Reinhardt because they know that Orisa is just going to be too strong. Now, the reason they chose Reaper is probably because Reaper's a really good up-close tank buster, and Orisa is a character that is really easy to get up close to. They don't have a lot of range, not as much range utility, because right now they're very close range, sort of melee-based. Nice kills from the Ducklings, a good Moira kill, and Echo. And a nice knockoff of the Orisa. Now, this is interesting. Ducklings are kind of spreading out right here. I wonder where that Reinhardt is going, because that main tank seems to be leaving. Oh, no, he's back. He went on a walk. Now, the Ducklings are trying to push up a little bit into the apartments on that side. Oh, that ult's really, really good. Gonna take out both healers from Ducklings. Reinhardt charge, gonna miss it. Ooh, a kill on the tank. That means that Ducklings are down significantly right now. Echo swapped into a Reaper really quickly, hoping to get some picks, but sort of just got taken out by the Orisa. Let's see, what can Ducklings do in this situation? I don't know what the swap to Symmetra means from Echo. I don't really know what Symmetra's capable of anymore. They've reworked that character like 3 times. What is notable is that Extra is using a Baptiste, which seems to be working really well for them. The immortality field that he can put down, it just does so much work, and it prevents so many picks. You have to be a really organized team to be able to take that out. Oh, that was a really good counterplay, but you can see the immortality field's up again. That Reaper ult is great.
That was a great.
Oh, look at that counter Reaper ult. Damn. Okay. The Ducklings just pull ahead, and they've got a sneaky little take from behind, but the Orisa is still alive. Oh, almost res.
They finally killed the Orisa.
Yeah.
It
Orisa
only
actually
takes 3 people to kill the Orisa.
The Mercy was going to res the Reinhardt, and it doesn't matter because he got back to the point really quickly, but the Orisa was able to use the spear to knock the Mercy off the res.
Yeah.
The Reaper ult was really good in that situation because the Baptiste had just used his ult. Reinhardt knocked everyone down, but the Baptiste was able to put up his immortality field, but Reaper's ultimate does damage to everything in the area, including the immortality field, which meant every character that was stunned was able to die, which is the situation that the Ducklings need to be looking for, because that immortality field right there is what's keeping them alive in most combat situations that they have. Ooh, really nice pick from the Echo. Extra was about to revive a character, but they were able to take him out. Right now, it's just the Echo. And Extra takes it again.
Honestly,
now, Ducklings
this is a lot closer.
Yeah, this one's really, really
back
close.
and forth, grabbing the objective, rather than it's sitting on one team the whole game, getting to 99%.
This map is a lot more fair and has a lot less travel time between the points, which means that there's more team fights that happen and more opportunity for back and forth. It's one of the older maps, but it's definitely... I mean, this one's definitely balanced. I think the one that's less fun is the one that takes place inside the tower. That one kind of sucks. Nice Reaper ult from above! Took 3,
everyone's
4. Orisa's the last one left, but
down Orisa.
Doesn't need to. Gets pushed them out. Brings the Reaper back. Orisa got pushed off the point and is now separated from the team, actually towards Duckling spawn. So the Reinhardt is going to cut them off before they can go back to their team.
Has a lot of health.
Orisa diving onto the point, but he's got 5 people. The Moira teleporting onto the point. Oh! 2 tanks ulting, that's really important. The Baptiste Immortality Spear is back up. Tracer's back on for the dive. A nice Reaper ult coming out of Echo gets 1 kill. Right now it's 2v2. A DPS. Oh! Reaper takes him out. Reaper is the counter to Orisa. Are they going to be able to take that out? Orisa's just going to keep holding and holding and holding.
Seems like it so far. Oh, no,
there it is!
Down.
There it is! There it is!
There it is.
Nice job. That swap to Reaper was big brain. That was the only way they could counter that Orisa. It's the only way they can deal enough damage through that thing's shields is to get close and personal. That was really smart.
Yeah, like Orisa is just ridiculous.
It's like the tankiest of all the tanks right now.
Freaking ridiculous.
I think they kept the ability that Orisa has, that if you press E when there's enemies nearby you, you get shields based on how many enemies are close to you. I think they kept that one.
So. Yeah, I'm noticing Orisa's health bar going absolutely wild.
They got rid of her ult. Used to be, I think, it would empower everyone near it like Mercy, and she used to have a shield, but now she has like the deflect thing, which acts as like a block, a spear throw, and her ult is like a giant area of effect. But I think they kept the armor up. I could be wrong though. She clearly has something that gives her armor back because she gains like crazy when she dives in. Ducklings were really smart to push up where they did. That Reaper is doing a lot of damage in the close corners of this one. This is the map that kind of sucks. The section, it's really, really hard to play on this map. And a lot of mobility picks are really, really good on this map. Nobody died as a result of that team fight. There was a lot of back and forth, but the healers were putting in work. The Orisa is on the point right now, taking out the Reaper. Really smart plays from 0-2 on that one. Without the Reaper, I don't know that the Ducklings have enough damage to take that Orisa out. She just has so many shields. And with Moira...
Reinhardt's trying his best.
Moira's flanking from behind and taking out the Junkrat, which was the other main DPS pick from the Ducklings. Reinhardt's going to try to dash out while he can. The Orisa's going to push for damage. Neither team has taken the point yet because Extra is so focused on dealing damage. The Orisa's been heal blocked. Actually going to do a lot of damage there. The rest of the team was there. She's healing. She's healing. She's got a ton of shields up, but she's low on health. She's deflecting and pulling back. 0-2 blocked on shields. Finally, the Orisa is taken out. Reinhardt supercharged, pushing the point. They're going to take it back the second that that Extra has taken that point. Reinhardt deep diving in to keep Extra from pushing. Really, really solid pick on the Orisa. I think the Ducklings have caught on to the fact that they have to all group up to take down Orisa on Extra's team because it's such a threat.
They're starting to get used to just countering those really high health.
The Extra's pick of Sojourn and Sombra is very interesting because it's not a ton of damage output. Sojourn can do a shit ton of damage, but on the Duckling side, they have Junkrat and Reaper, which while both situational can do a ton of damage. And I think we're seeing that right now with the output. Sombra actually able to sneak up and kill Reaper in his ult and hack Junkrat to stop his abilities, which is probably why they chose Sombra right there. I think Sombra also
Reaper
able to block.
accidentally just did use their ultimate.
That's a shame. That's a real shame. Reinhardt's solo holding on the point right now. He's got a lot of health, but that Sombra is able to keep hacking him. He's contesting and not letting them take it, getting his team up right now. That would have been a good spot for that Reaper ult. Unfortunately, Ducklings are going to have to do something about that Sombra because the Sombra, even though they have low damage output, their ability to shut down other players is massive with their ability to hack.
Alright, somebody in chat is saying Orisa does get armor, but the number of foes does not change.
Oh, okay. They must have changed that.
Literally just gives you armor.
Double defensive ult from Extra. They are not giving up this point. And they took 3 kills from those. It's really, really good.
It's close. They're pushing back Ducklings, though. If that Reinhardt super got that is in the other. Oh, Orisa's down. They're taking back the point. They got the Orisa.
That must be purified.
Ducklings is taking back the point.
Hello there.
Chris, did you drop out?
I'm here, sorry.
Okay.
I'm texting somebody.
Oh, I see, okay.
Get ready for
Ducklings holding this point pretty well. Orisa's got right in here,
so the Ducklings actually just had their Junkrat ult shut down, which is horrible for them because that is a power play.
Yeah,
and Tracer actually...
right in there.
Yeah. Tracer is a really good pick. It's an interesting pick right now, but they were able to use their ult to get a really good kill. And if you can get kills with Tracer, Tracer's very skill-based, even though she might not seem like it. If you're able to get kills with her, that's really, really good. And momentum-based. So it's really good that they're playing someone who knows how to play Tracer. Now, Ducklings are going to have to dive on this one because they only have a couple seconds, but it's all about taking that Orisa down. Oh, so you see Orisa has this thing. Oh, taken out by the Reaper ult. That's awesome. Orisa has this thing where she can't be stunned by certain things in certain situations. It used to be that she had armor that would do it, but now it's different. Tracer's taken out by the Junkrat, and so is the Kiriko. Nice Junkrat picks. That's why Orisa's so strong against Reinhardt. She was able to take that hit, but the Reaper ult that came right after, the Reinhardt and the Reaper tend to combo their ults together, and it works really, really well, even through all the counterplays that Orisa allows for. And I think that's also why Baptiste isn't being played by Extra this round, and instead they're going for Zenyatta. If Zenyatta had popped his ult during that Reaper ult, they would have lived, but he was just a few % off, so they used it as an intro to this retake instead. That was a really good Ana Orb and an Ana ult on the Reinhardt, taking out the Zenyatta, which is Orisa's pocket heal, and it's just going to start slamming into the Orisa. Orisa's super low, but Reinhardt's getting tickled by that Tracer from behind, taking out the Orisa again. Now the Ducklings have caught on to the fact that Orisa needs to be taken out. They win it!
Alright, so we have to do a tiebreak right now. Because extras won first game, right? And tiebreak. All right.
Third game. Oh, do we really want to do Route 66 again?
Why was that
We were-
the play?
Why was what the play? I wasn't
the play of the game there.
Do we really want to do Route 66 again? It's a payload. Map.
Extras didn't play.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So
I'm fine with that.
I don't know why it's giving us like this map again, but we have all the maps on, but whatever. The game does what it wants.
Oh my god. You guys ever heard of the Slam Burger from Denny's? Have you heard of that, Kaylin?
No.
The Slam. So it's this burger that they used to serve at Denny's. They tell me that it's still around in Canada, but I don't believe them. It definitely isn't in the States because I fucking looked for it.
I see.
But the Slam Burger is this burger, but they put hash browns, bacon, and over easy egg and the burger patty on it. So it's like a breakfast burger, and it's one of the greasiest, most delicious things that you could ever eat. And I want one like crazy right now.
I see.
Actually, hold on a minute. Could you go on the other side of that sign? What does that sign say?
Which side? This side?
That sign. Big Earls. Okay, never mind. I thought that said Big Eats for years. I thought it was like a diner. And it just struck me how weird it would be for there to be a diner right on the other side of another diner.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like Ducklings is going too far up to the point here?
Yeah, Ducklings is running Torb, so it looks like on top of that gas station is actually like that's the old prime choke point. People would set up turrets on there. The last time we were on this map, we actually saw people hold more along the corner because they had more of an aggressive defensive style. This is more of a classic defense style in this map. It allows offensive. It basically gives the offensive team that first like section at the cost, at the trade-off of the defensive team has a really good setup on this corner now. Which you can see with that turret. Like, that turret's just going to melt anything that comes in front of it. And even Orisa has to back off, or else the turret will melt her down.
Yeah. Setting up those angles. Looks like somebody's going to get that turret, though. Yep.
Yeah. That's the problem, is that you can flank really, really easily in that situation, which means you have to be careful with your turret setup. And now Torbjorn's going to have to set up a new turret before the other team pushes.
Flanks through that hallway there.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Extra also has a turret, and I'm not sure why they're playing turret on offense. Although, oh yeah, see, they tried to set up on the corner to get like a offensive position with the turret, and it didn't work. It died almost immediately.
Yeah.
That Orisa ult is really good. Oh, really great Reinhardt ult from there. Kiriko is down. Damn, 0-2 with a triple kill. Torbjorn getting the Reinhardt down. That is a definitive win for the Extra. I want to keep saying the Ducklings. Ducklings is
blue.
Ducklings is a great name. I think. I don't think Extra is as good of a name. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's because Extra is the name we chose.
Oh, I see.
Because they were the team that didn't sign up as a full.
Alright, now Ducklings have set up a double damage area right on the edge. Oh, and Zenyatta coming in again with that final push. This hold is really important. Ducklings cannot give it up even for a single second because it is right on the point there. Good double kill on the Orisa and the Zenyatta. A Molten Core on there, making sure that the Extras can't step on it. Nice kills on the way back on the Torbjorn. That is a really nice hold from the Ducklings. They used a lot of ults to get that, but they kept the point right there. It's keeping in mind that neither team has ultimate right now, so they're probably going to be sitting back, trying to take pot shots to build.
Yeah. They're setting up his turret on that roof there.
No, definitely. That's an interesting spot to hold the turret because it's not going to be able to contest the team when they... Yeah. They're not going to be able to contest the team when they come to the corner, but if the team tries to flank, you can see it hitting the McCree right now.
Yeah.
That's what that turret was for. A really interesting wall from the Symmetra right there. That prevents the Extras from shooting the Ducklings, but it also prevents the Ducklings from having sort of that laid-back defense. Yeah. So they needed to push up with that wall, which is very interesting.
Orisa died and is pushed. They pushed him back.
That was a sick McCree. Or sorry, Cassidy.
60 seconds.
I hate to keep dead naming Cole Cassidy. That's my bad.
How's it going?
It's high noon.
Cover.
Yeah, nobody's gonna die to this. I don't know why he popped that. that was a very poor ult from Cassidy. Although two really big kills from Kiriko and oh damn. So okay, do you see what Cassidy is doing and what he did there? So Cassidy in that gunfight did not get any significant picks, but what he did was the second that the Ducklings put down their immortality field from Baptiste, he was the one that shot it because I believe in 2 or 3 shots from his pistol, he can take that out. That was his entire purpose of this character. Was he sat back during teamfight and waited for that to go up so he could pop it immediately and make sure that the Ducklings had no security.
Turrets too.
Yeah, he seems like he's not quite a sniper, but he has really significant long-range damage with low fallout, which is really good.
Put it in, I guess, siege terms that I'm somewhat familiar with. He's the anti-Yuka.
Definitely, he definitely is for this game at the very least.
Yeah.
Normally, someone like Sombra would be because utility is typically abilities.
Yeah.
But because so much of the enemy team right now has actual deployables, McCree is great for dropping them off in 1 or 2 hits. I used to main Twitch in Rainbow Six. I love Twitch. It was like Twitch was not a good character, but I thought it was really fun looking at the little iPad to find electronics.
They got the Sam Fisher now, who's also is sort of.
Yeah, they got the guy from oh shit, Splinter Cell.
Yeah, they got him. He's pretty much like a Twitch alternate.
Oh yeah, because he finds electronics or some shit. Yeah. The old level design professor. Oh shit, I can't remember his name. I think it was Connor. No, it wasn't Connor. It was Chris something. It's not Chris Crowell. It's another Chris. But he just quit last semester because he is now lead level designer at Ubisoft for the remake of Splinter Cell, which was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's sad you won't get to meet him. Look at that McCree. He's got to run. Dance, boy. Dance.
He should have gone back and just waited for his team. But
Ducklings with a firm hold on this one. So this is probably one of the best sections in the game for a push control because neither team has a clear advantage here. Yeah. This is a really crazy like area.
They've got that which bridge is right above the point, which is like full coverage of that point.
The most important part of this particular section is that, and you might be able to see this with Extra, the soldier is flanking on Extra right now. Or not the soldier, the Cassidy. So what's important about this is that the path of the cart wraps back around that building, which means flanks are really easy for the attackers, which means that they could come from pretty much any direction, which is huge. Ooh. Echo taken out. They have 10 seconds to push. The Extras better take this soon.
They've gotta go, yeah.
Who's that about to dive in? Is that... Oh, that's Ramatra. A high noon, 1 kill, that's really
Off
good.
of Marissa. I don't know if that was a good choice.
I mean, we'll see. Ramatra's a very aggressive tank. We don't know if he's good, though. At least I don't. Oh, that shield was a perfect block. That's so unfortunate for Ducklings. Oh, Junkrat taken out. That's really bad. Junkrat is like the main spam ability. That's the Kariko ult. Oh, Ducklings really, really low. Are they going to be able to keep defending?
Oh no, it's just Symmetra now.
The extras might have been able to take it back there.
Maybe swapping off Orisa was the right play there.
Yeah, I don't know much about Ramatra, but he's very aggressive. Symmetra going for the contestant last minute. See if the rest of the team can come. Junkrat hopping on now. Moira ulting to get the heals off at the last minute. Do a bit of suppression damage as well. Junkrat getting taken out again by the Zenyatta. That's massive. That's horrible for the Ducklings. That Zenyatta ult's going to be huge. It's just going to be... it's a battle of attrition at this point.
I don't know if they can do it.
Ooh, Moira's taken out. That was a good last minute push by the Ducklings, but it is definitely taken by extras. Another... Oh. I was confused how Extra had 2 tanks, but it's just Echo.
He's just Echo.
How's it going?
Extra's getting some really good stretch picks right now, which is really bad for the Ducklings. Zenyatta seems really strong. I think that's how most of the tanks are staying alive, is just the Zenyatta is just able to continuously heal. Although right now the Ducklings do have the advantage. That Reinhardt's pushed up a lot, but he's got a Moira pocket healing right now. Missed the ult again! Oh no, he didn't. He was looking behind the Ramatra. He couldn't even see him. He takes out both supports, which means that Ramatra is completely left defenseless. That's what he was looking for. Fantastic. Extras are really, really good at keeping their tanks propped alive with healers, so it was really smart of the Reinhardt to ult past the Ramatra to get both of the healers out.
Yeah, that's good. They have to target the healers. It seems to be the strategy to just get the tanks in there and just keep them alive. So
Oh, that's really bad. High coming in again, taking out the main DPS, but is that going to be enough? Because there's only 2 people contesting from the extras right now. Ducklings have to keep that Cassidy back. He's super low on health, though. Taken out. Who's going to be able to dive? They got a Hammond. He's super fast. He speeds onto the point. Now, Hammond is able to hold points really, really easily because he's a bullshit character that just swings in a circle.
Will he be able to just hold on to that point? He's pretty low.
Now notice the soldier used his ult to keep back the rest of the team while Reinhardt almost exclusively looked for the Hammond. That was a really good division of team composition there. Alright, the Ducklings were able to prevent a full tank.
See if Ducklings can take it back here. All the way back to the spawn. So now it's nice and quiet in the map. I don't know if going to Wrecking Ball very last minute there was the play.
It was the only way they get to the point fast enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there was really nothing else for them to do. Now, Ducklings on offense, whipping out the Bastion again. Bastion has seen a lot of play and counterplay in this game, which is very interesting. Not this game, but today.
Yeah.
2 pocket healers in Moira and Mercy. That means that they're going to probably be dedicated to keeping that Reinhardt alive as long as they can, which is great.
Keeping that Reinhardt, keeping Bastion alive too. I feel like Bastion and Reinhardt, their strategy might just be to just go up together.
Now, Pharah is interesting. I wonder if Pharah is going to be a good pick for this, because Ashe is a pretty hard counter to Pharah, but if Pharah is able to get enough damage off on the Orisa, that's going to be really good. And also worth noting, excuse me, nobody on Extra is playing a turret this game, so they're holding that choke purely by the merit of their own skill without any hard-hitting DPS.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that Sombra from behind.
Man, 2-2 with the
Insane.
going.
Orisa can take
Right
some
in there. Tanks the hell up.
Oh, nice hit on the Kariko.
Nice.
Nice hit on the Ashe. That means Pharah's going to be pretty much uncontested. Pharah's going for that Ana. Takes it out. That's perfect. Now they're pushing that Orisa back. That's exactly what I was expecting to happen. The Pharah for the purpose of punishing that Orisa when they're open. The Sombra almost, like, the Sombra, if the Sombra gets too close to the Pharah, that can be really bad. But for most of the time that the Pharah's in the air, the Sombra's not going to be able to do too much, assuming they're on the other side of the map. And that's what the Sombra's going to be going for, is getting that Mercy from behind. But while Sombra is focused on the Mercy, there's not a lot of DPS, and assuming Ashe is down, there's not a lot of DPS to counter the Pharah, and Pharah's just going to absolutely punish the Orisa when they overextend, which is exactly what's happening here. A slugfight between the two tanks, but Orisa just has too much health.
Thank you.
Ducklings holding back a little bit.
Alright, Sombra's about to rush ahead. Let's see what picks they're trying to get.
Sobra's gone invisible, going for a really wide flank there. Holy crap.
Sombra plays from the
Right
back
up
line.
behind them.
And you can
Do
see
they
Sombra's
even know?
waiting. Sombra's waiting for that. Well, Sombra's invisible right now. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sombra's waiting for that Mercy and Pharah to get close enough to get hacked, and they see that's what they were waiting for right there. And the Mercy is... Oh, the hack turns off. Oh, but the Ashe with the dynamite is able to take them out at the last second. Orisa ulting on that point to get everybody off it, and Ashe getting another kill. The Ashe has incredible headshot damage with her rifle, which is allowing them to get insane long-range picks right now. Oh, Reinhardt dashing off the map, trying to pin the Orisa on the way out, but just missing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know here.
How's it
Ducklings
going?
I feel like they're getting pushed back. Let's see, Sombra's back there again.
See, Sombra is definitely the hard counter to Mercy, more than anything, which is why you only... Oh, they see the Sombra. That's really bad for the Sombra. Teleports out.
Yeah, he gets the hell out. All the way back to their spot.
Oh, Sombra's back again. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. A triple kill.
Justice reigns from above.
And using that Pharah ult to try to push back that Orisa.
Orisa and... Alright, that was a sacrifice from Reinhardt there to just get the Orisa out.
They're just trying to get the Orisa off no matter what they can do. This is the Ducklings' last opportunity for a good push. They have a lot of reses, but again, that Mercy is just being bullied by the Sombra, and they know where the Sombra is now, so the two healers are chaining together trying to prevent themselves from getting killed. They bully the Sombra off enough that they have to pass back. The Sombra does not have an ult, which means that they can't be ultimate contested.
Do something.
The Bob ult is huge from Ashe. That is just passive. Sombra and Cassidy fighting on the top. Sombra has to retreat, but Cassidy's on 1 health. Bob able to take him out. Nice Ashe kill from the Junkrat. Really good ult. Really, really good ult from there. Even though the Orisa's trying to ult it out. Not enough kills, though. And Reinhardt's taken out. Last one on the point is Moira.
Right now. Killing everybody.
And Orisa mows everyone off the point.
Extras wins. Okay. That was a good match. I feel like that was close. And Ducklings, they got more distance there on the point, but they just couldn't the next game will be the winners of both of those. That will be Extras versus Claws. So we will set that up in a moment. Ducklings will have another chance after this game. They'll face the loser of the next game. And then...
Again? They've played both teams.
Yeah, we're doing claws versus extras now. And then the loser of that match, since they just lost, the loser of that match will face them again after. Okay, so who's staying in? Extras is staying in, right? Well, you guys don't need to leave, by the way. We can put you in spectators. Don't worry about it. I've gotten a friend request from somebody. Okay. Okay, you swap to blue team. You swap to the blue team. Who left from extras?
I do not know.
Someone left from extras. Oh, I'm being messaged. Overway is gonna sub one of our players who had to go. Oh, okay, they're swapping again because scheduling problems. Okay. Overway. And you. Oh, everybody's in. Okay. That's good. Okay, so next is Lijiang Tower again, but it's nighttime. Claws versus extras. Let's go.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match.
Hopefully, no technical difficulties for a match. Just one. I am being pinged here. Okay, got it.
Ready for battle.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm confused on tournament logistics stuff. So whoever wins these next matches
Is the winner.
is the winner of the tournament, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, this is really convenient. This is a section of Lijiang Tower we didn't get to before.
Yeah, we didn't get up here before, yeah.
That was really close for the Doomfist. That was really good movement tech, but because it is Valkyrie. And we know Valkyrie's super fucking skilled gamer. But that was really fucking close. They almost fell off. Orisa, again, being the counter to Doomfist, I think they might have... I'm hoping Extra knew what they were getting into when they chose Orisa, because Doomfist is a favorite pick by the Duck... Or,
Yeah.
oh, shit. See, that's the dangerous movement tech I was talking about, because the Doomfist just fell. And it's, shit.
Doomfist fell, but Orisa also...
Claws.
Oh no, they res the Orisa, okay.
It's Claws and Extra, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that Mercy.
Claws
Getting
is,
fucking punished.
Claws is blue.
Nice Doomfist counter back. Okay, so This particular map is very, very dangerous because there are more places to fall off on this map than any other map. Especially some of the main lanes have bridges that you can fall off at any point, which means the choice to run Doomfist is risky as a motherfucker. I have no like Valkyrie has really good movement, but you saw that Bastion just got pushed off, and we know Orisa is a knockback character, so holding these choke points is going to be very important for extras right now, and they're using it to the fullest. In fact, they're running. They're not running a Lucio. Who did I see a Lucio? I'm fucking crazy. Orisa's actually the only knockback right now, although Doomfist is also a knockback. But again, Orisa's such a big target on the enemy team that Doomfist is going to be targeting the Orisa most of the time that he dives, unless he has a really keen eye for other players. And Orisa does not get knocked back in most situations. This is actually interesting. The Reaper going for a flank on the Soldier, which is really, really dangerous. That Soldier turned around at the last minute, which is really fucking good. Not able to win the fight, though. The Soldier had the range and still lost to that Reaper, and Reaper got killed before it was close. Massive ultimates from Extra right there, taking out most of Claws, and an aggressive Junkrat ult as well. I'm getting lightheaded. I'm talking too much.
You take a breath every now and then, you know.
There's so much happening, though.
I feel like a good backup somebody might have on this map, just because there's so many holes. Definitely be a Reinhardt. Like, if they can't get that Orisa off, switching to Reinhardt and just launching them off the map.
I'm actually really excited for this.
Strategy.
I would say because Valkyrie used to main or Zarya, and they've swapped to Zarya here again because obviously Doomfist was not working out with the way that Orisa is.
Yeah.
Zarya has seen some nerfs recently. They're definitely not as viable as they used to be being a solo tank, but the amount of damage that I've seen Valkyrie in the past put out with Zarya is completely insane. However, they do need some fucking speed right here to dive the point because they only have a couple seconds. Ooh, not enough time to make it, and then is the first round going to extra.
Die. Score 0-1.
Right, we're back up here.
The hell map. My friend Sam finally made a LinkedIn.
Back here now. I wouldn't say switching to Reinhardt to knock everybody off the map is viable here.
No.
Definitely not in this route. No.
Capture the objective.
Two Junkrats is really interesting on this map. Both teams, it's two Junkrats and two Reapers. That's really, really interesting. Oh my god, and Claus is going to take it out in both cases.
And two Mercies. The only difference between the two teams right now is the
I don't know if you caught that, but that is the definition of character diff. Because the Reaper killed the Reaper and the Junkrat killed the Junkrat. Meaning Claus, that's the sole thing. Those were even matchups, and Claus was the only one to take that fight. That's crazy. Oh my god, the Reaper on Extra swapped off. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate W as a Reaper. That Reaper should be proud. But oh, damn, and the swap capacity didn't even work.
Claus's Anna's doing work right now.
Yeah, Anna is doing massive work right now, but that Orisa's gonna be fighting that Junkrat, and that Junkrat is taken out immediately. But Orisa just has too much damage. Orisa solo ulting. Oh my god, did you see that? Orisa solo ulted the Mercy, but Zarya popped the shield out at the last minute. Zarya's at full beam because it took all of the damage and the Mercy lived.
Oh my god.
That's why Valkyrie plays. That is why Valkyrie plays that character. That is why Valkyrie plays Zarya. That is completely insane. Oh my god,
Orisa's still alive though.
There's a Junkrat ult coming in.
There it is.
That's really, really dangerous. Nice! A double kill. Massive plays from Claus. That's incredible. Really, really, really good job.
Definitely taking this point here.
That was incredible second-to-second plays from every player on that team. That is awesome. Also, Claus has every ult except Junkrat, which was just used to wipe the enemy team, while Extras only has the Mercies. They have a huge amount of momentum right now.
Yeah,
Let's see if they can carry it through the end of the round. Now notice the
ult, though, might be very important.
Yeah. Notice the Junkrat flanking from behind right now. He's going to be going for Uno. He's going to be trying to take them out. Misses all his shots. Doesn't get a single pipe. Oh, Cassidy with the kill on the Valkyrie. That's really big. Although Boons takes out the Junkrat, that's most of their damage. High Noon coming in. Most of the players of the Claws are able to take it out. Reaper ult coming in, taking out 2 people. A res on the Junkrat.
Still alive after the Reaper ult. Oh my god.
It's a 3v4 on the point. One of those is it's a 5v4, 5v3. Most of Claus is still on the point. Nice kill on the Junkrat. Valkyrie is now taking it out with that Orisa. Orisa's not able to heal. Fantastic auto orb coming out on that, and Claus is able to hold the point. They're pushing up. Ana still has their ult, which is going to be very powerful if they want to pop that on a DPS or even Orisa with a powerful charged beam.
They gotta get on that point. No.
Fantastic. Junkrat popped the ult, but it was too late, and Claus takes that point. Fantastic. We're going to see a final round between these two to seal the first game.
1-1.
I feel like this might be the close match here.
Ready for battle.
This might be the a really close match, depending on the objective. We might just if this match goes to like a tiebreaker here, we might just switch it to only go push because we haven't seen a push match.
5, 4,
Unless we get a push match like next. Then
1.
that Doomfist is gone.
A chance
They're
to
already
prove
in the
ourselves.
They're in. That's speed right there.
The objective is now.
Nobody's gone for the point. They're just killing each other.
Yeah, this is there's a grudge match going on right here. However, Claus was the last ones taking it. Now Hanzo, they swapped. Now Extra had Hanzo briefly, but they decided to swap back, which is interesting because Hanzo would be really good for this situation, especially given the Reaper. However, they've gone back to Junkrat and Echo, both of which are not hit scan characters. Poon's diving in and doing a ton of damage. Valkyrie back on the Doomfist to just contest, and constantly push up. A res on that Ana, so both teams are up to full now. A trade on both DPS players, so now both teams are down 1 DPS. Another res, bringing back the Soldier 76. Right now, Claus has the advantage, and they are popping that Soldier ult to try to get that Orisa off the point. Finally gets the kill. A Reaper ult trying to solo, but the Echo runs out just as the ult pops off, and Valkyrie is able to take that kill with bubbles. Junkrat trying to contest solo. Extra's going to have to regroup for a big push right now, and I think they might want to switch up their damage comp because Echo and Junkrat is not working. A swap to Reaper again. Nope, never mind. A swap to Cassidy. Cassidy will be really good to try to contest some of the long-range people, but will they be able to outrange Soldier? That's the question. Soldier can deal such high sustained damage without needing the skill of headshots, which is something Cassidy absolutely needs. 0-2 able to take out both healers. Never mind, Lucio drops the ult to save himself, making sure the team still has 1 player. Orisa solo contesting, but is taken out by the sheer damage of Soldier Repo. This is the original DPS combo that used to run rampant when Overwatch dropped, and it's still prevalent in Overwatch 2. Swapping to Mei. Extra is really desperate to find a pick that can get a foothold in the insane DPS that Claus is able to put out right now. Will Mei be the pick? The problem is Mei has to get close, and both Soldier and Reaper have the ability to do massive damage at close range. 90% on the board.
Extras they've gotta stick to their strategy.
Yeah.
Right now.
Extra diving on right now.
Orisa in.
Doomfist locked in with Orisa. The rest of Claws coming back into contest, and ult knocked back with the Orisa. Doomfist knocking everyone back, pushing the Orisa off the point, and that's game. The first game goes to Claws.
All right. All right. Game 2.
Does anyone want to send a Popeye's chicken sandwich to my address? I will. I will put it in the Twitch chat.
I wouldn't do that, but
I'm
not
really
gonna
hungry.
stop you.
No, I'm really hungry, guys.
Initiating match.
Just before the stream, I had to rush out to a Burger King and grab something to eat because I took out some food, but it wasn't defrosted. So
I stopped by Timmy's. I got myself the roast beef.
oh gosh,
Wait, what map is this? Is this Oasis?
this is. I think
This is Oasis. No, this isn't Oasis.
this is not-
Oasis has cars. No, this is I know what one this is. This map sucks. This is. I say it a lot, but I think this map is my least favorite map of all the maps. I really genuinely hate this map.
As Alex is asking, as president, I demand.
I wouldn't
a new
even.
map.
I would not even say no. I would not even say no. Like, this is a horrible fucking
I
map.
speak for the people. Do we switch the map up here?
Listen, if every single fucking player in this
Everybody
game says
says-
change the map,
In chat,
Round
in
1.
game chat.
if every single person in game chat says switch the map, I mean that's 2 people. There's 8 more people who need to say switch the map. But this map fucking sucks.
I feel like extras is okay.
Rufus going for the cheeky flank, dropping it from behind. Valkyrie getting hit by the Ana Orb, getting pushed back by the Bastion. Oh my god! I was talking really quiet too. Nice take from Extra. Nice take. They anticipated the flank from the Doomfist, hit him with an Ana Orb, and then burned down with the Bastion. Now, Bastion is Extra's DPS pick for this game, and that's interesting because they have not been able to settle on a DPS pick thus far. Maybe Bastion's the one that they're going to settle in that knocks Claws off their rhythm. We saw Bastion have a lot of really good counterplay against Claws in the past, but however, Bastion is very, very vulnerable to players like Reaper if they're able to get behind them. 0-2 getting massive picks, pushing forward. Now, Junkrat is actually notoriously awesome on this map because you can just chuck grenades all over the place because there's so many corners that you can hide behind. There's so many uneven lines of sights, and there's so many open spaces for the grenades to just
this map
in
is
and take
very
out.
open.
This is a Junkrat heavy map for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's almost gonna give.
It definitely does. And actually, you see, they swapped off, Claws swapped off Doomfist onto Sigma. Shields are very important on this map because of how much open space there is, and because of all the tight corners, it's actually really easy to cut off access points using that shield. Right now, we see a Reaper playing close and fast, trying to take out the Ana. Really good job. Now going for the Orisa. The Baptiste coming from behind, probably going to drop an Immortality Orb, taken out before he can by the Sigma. Sigma's rock is really, really powerful, and because there's so many chokeholds on this map, it's really easy to pre-fire a rock, which makes him a very powerful tank pick right now. I don't expect that we'll see Orisa swapped off of, but Sigma is probably the overall better tank pick for this map. However, Extra is so good with that Orisa, they're probably going to stick with it.
Yeah, like Extra has just been killing it.
Rock.
Although Orisa just got an
See
iron.
how quickly, when you are careful with your DPS, again, the combination, the damage that Soldier can output when hitting headshots, which is what you hit when you use his ult, and the damage that at point blank Reaper can deal, and because this map has so many tight corners before it's open spaces, you can do incredible damage with Reaper, but you have to position very carefully. massive update here is that Orisa was dropped off and Ramatra was used. Sigma dropping the ult to deal a ton of damage, but he's in really, really deep and he can't be healed right now. He's got to find a way out. Bastion ult dropping in, killing the Mercy. Reaper ult killing 2, but Junkrat's grenades from the grave killing that Reaper. Right now, they just have to contest with the Ramatra and with the Bastion, as well as the Ana coming in. Ramatra coming from behind, getting a double kill on 2 of the weaker. It's a tank slugfest right now, and it's done. I actually thought he was slept. I didn't think he was killed. Ramatra seems to have really, really good close-range damage. It seems like his melees do a shit ton of damage and are able to rapid fire.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good for this map because it forces so many tight encounters. Oh, here comes the Junkrat, and we
like,
know...
Unless you're right in this middle here, it's pretty close quarters.
Ooh! They gotta dive right now. That Bastion played really, really well. Reaper's gonna be coming onto the point. He barely makes it. Bastion was able to burn down the Reaper or the Junkrat ult. 2 kills coming out of Extra right now. Bubbles getting a double kill with the Bastion. We see that Bubbles also swapped the Bastion, which means both teams are using a Bastion right now. It's really, really close. That Ramatra ult is still going.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, it's a tank. It's a tank and DPS fest. However, Extras has the advantage of having their healer. How long is Sigma going to be able to hold on to the point? Not long enough.
Extras takes that one. All right.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
What's this map? Okay. Yeah. We were on this map before. Okay.
Yeah. See, this point is actually fine. It is Oasis, but it's a point map, so it changes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Now, Extras actually changed it up a bit, and instead of having a second major DPS, they're using Mei, who's mostly the slow and debuff, which is very interesting. They're sticking on Ramatra because it seems to be working well for them. However, we've run back to Doomfist on the Claws side. Doomfist getting burned out really quickly. It's a double Bastion showdown. Bastion seems to be the favorite of both of these teams when it comes to doing a shit ton of damage. Both teams are also using an Ana. One side using a Moira, one side using a Zenyatta. Both of which are really good picks. Moira does more overall healing unless Zenyatta's been like consistently buffed recently. That Ramatra and Bastion going at it at each other. Ramatra just taking a ton of damage, finally being taken out by the Bastion. The DPS potential that the picks for Claws has is incredible. Both Bastion and Reaper do a ton of damage, and I think using the Mei on Extra's team might have them slacking a little bit. They might not be able to put out as much damage. However, they're able to block much more damage with Mei's walls and Mei's shield. Or like her cocoon, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know if Mei is played.
I don't know. We'll see. They might. Mei's ultimate is really, really good on this point. It can cover almost all of the point, which is really, really good. And especially if you put the ult in the center area, it can go through the walls, and people on the outside can still get frozen, and they have to go inside the building to break the thing, which is really good. Doomfist doing fucking numbers on the inside there, but he's got to get out. I believe that they're using the Mei to try to counter the Doomfist, but the way that Valkyrie plays Doomfist is way too fast. They're not going to be able to actually freeze. And here comes the Meteor Strike. The Ramatra ult again. Ramatra's ult is insanely powerful. Oh, slept up the ult. Fantastic.
Oh, no. Didn't take advantage of it, though. Still alive.
You'll notice that that slep was held for a little bit.
That was done.
Claw is fine with contesting the point right now because they need to get their Bastion back on. Right now, Reaper is just on the point. Doofus diving in with the Mercy. Ulting to kill Ana, solo ulting on that. Right now, they've got to take out... Oh! The Mei finally killed the Doomfist. Big ult from the Bastion. That's gonna like stop the... That's going to stop any pushing, and that's the Mei shield that we're talking about. All the Mei needs to do is stall. That's all that Mei did, which was contesting. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take it, but that was a really good counterplay. Now, we saw the Mei actually do a lot of really good work there when it comes to the Doomfist. They were able to freeze and kill the Doomfist, which is probably why the Mei is a choice for this. All they have to do is force the Doomfist onto the point. which it looks like they're doing now with the Zenyatta ult pushing the team forward and forward. That Zenyatta's really low though. Oh! Zenyatta taking out the Doomfist and Reaper getting taken out. Oh, Doomfist being rezzed by Ether. That's really good. There's that nail that takes place. Doomfist frozen and taken out again. That's why Extra chose Mei. That was a really good call on their part. Even though they have less damage, they use it to counter the oppressive tank of Claw.
Can Extra hold the point now for the whole game?
Extra has to hold the point all the way to max. However, their Ramatra ult is back as of right now. Oh, and they're going to use it right off the bat to try to push back, but is that Doomfist going to be able to knock them around enough so that oh, the ult's already gone. Oh wait, that wasn't even the ult.
That was not right.
That was just, just how he works.
That's just how he works, yeah.
Now notice the absolute damage coming in from that Reaper to take out the Ramatra from behind. He was doing so much damage without even being seen. Mei, see, this is what Mei is for. Mei is on the point right now. He puts up the wall. Done.
Oh.
Look at that ult. Look what that ult is doing from the Bastion. It's going to stop them.
It's got to get there. No.
It's done.
Right.
One more round. One more round to see who takes it. Who won last game? Was it Extra?
Score.
Yes.
1-1.
Extra won last game.
Ready
Down
for
the last
battle.
round. Or actually, I might be wrong. No, I believe Claus won last game. So if Claus wins here, they win the tournament.
All right.
I have something right here.
It's neck and neck on this point.
I have
Actually, as much as I hate some of the other points on this map, I like this one quite a bit. This one's there's a lot of you can do a lot of different plays on this map. Oh, they're back. 0-2's back to Orisa with a pocket mercy that's gonna be very fucking hard to kill. Using a Hanzo because of the massive damage that he can put out. Probably trying to countering the countering the Bastion. And the Reaper, because the Reaper does not have range, whereas Hanzo is all about range. So both teams are playing very diametrically opposed, with Claus using a Bastion in a close-range DPS, with Extra using Bastion in a long-range DPS, and it doesn't look like it's going to work out for them because Extra just got wiped off the map with the combination of Bastion and Reaper getting close enough to the Hanzo to wipe out through the Mercy healing, which is huge.
Yeah. Extra has to
Hanzo
take
being
it back
swapped
here.
off onto Genji. Genji's an interesting pick because Genji's very skill-based, but Genji is a fantastic counter to Bastion. That's what he's made to do. Doomfist doing a really good job to knock back the Orisa, even just enough so that they can't push up onto the point and is sort of in confusion. Doomfist is taken out when the Orisa turns around and focuses its fire. Bastion's going to set up onto the point. Let's see if the Genji on Extra is able to counter that Bastion the way it's supposed to. Right now he's darting around using the flex so he can't get shot. Claus healer is taken out, so Bastion taken out right before he can drop his ult, and that is going to consume the ult charge, which is a horrible waste of an ult. Darting onto the point that Doomfist is going to solo contest right now. He gets slept. He's up again. He can't heal. He's taken out. Oh my god, he uses meteor strike in the last minute. He has just enough health to get out of there, and he's taken out right before he can run away.
Extra taking back the point right at 50%.
That's a great push from Extra. They really used all their moves right there. If Valkyrie had one other player on the point, they might have been able to do more there, but that was a dive at the last minute to try to contest as long as possible. Everyone's regrouped right now. Doomfist coming in for a couple picks when they can. That Genji is solo. Now, Doomfist is probably going to want to target that Genji because this is the main thing that is stopping... Claw has swapped off of Bastion and onto Soldier, which is much more versatile. Again, Genji does in a lot of ways counter Soldier, but it's better than Bastion. It's sort of the one-to-one rock paper scissors. Reaper with the double kill on both healers, that's huge. However, Genji turns around and kills the Reaper, meaning that Claw is actually down on point right now with the Mercy trying to pocket the Doomfist on a 2v3. Taken out. Claw is taken out last minute, even though they're able to take out the Genji. That is huge. Which team is going to be able to recuperate fast enough? The Orisa going for some health packs right now.
Well, they need it.
Reaper trying to solo contest on the point. He'll be able to Wraith form out of there when the Orisa comes back. Bombs being dropped on the entry point for Claw, taking out 2 of them. Bastion's new ult is massive for Area of Denial. Every time Valkyrie darts in with Doomfist, they just get countered so hard. Even though Extra isn't using a Reaper to counter that Doomfist, at close range, they're so grouped up that they're just able to kill the Doomfist before they're able to do anything.
Claus has got to, like, put a strategy together here to take them out.
Within the next couple seconds, because that zone is about to be contested. Keep in mind, Claus does have a lot of ults. However, 0-2 takes out the Reaper when the Reaper was playing away from the team, which is really bad. This is going to be the contest that takes it. Doomfist dropping onto site, using an ult, trying to get a couple kills. Takes out the Genji mid. Oh no, the Genji is still up middle. Takes out the Ana.
Extra just has to push them off.
Claw is definitely up right now.
Mercy.
Reaper coming in for the side flank. He doesn't have ult. He doesn't have enough. He's pushed off by the Orisa. Wraith forms on for a bit of contention. Does he have enough damage to kill them? No, he does not. Reaper, Bubble's taken out of his ult. They do not have enough time, and that second game is going to Extra.
Extras, okay. So, what do you think, Chris? Do we put them in a push map? We haven't seen a push map.
No, fuck push. That game doesn't work.
Okay. We left the game to the side.
Push maps suck!
Alright, going to final game here. We're in Hollywood.
Hollywood's fine.
Hollywood's fine? Okay.
Hollywood is one of the only, like, halfway maps that actually works. You have to take a point and then you have to push it. But it actually works. It's not fucking Paris or Midtown. And you'll see, like, you'll immediately see when you see the first point on Hollywood how different it is from the other two, which are just the worst first point to ever take in history. God fucking damn it, Blizzard.
You really hate Paris.
It's like the only thing Blizzard is worse at than designing a first point is treating its female employees. There are 2 things that Blizzard is really, really bad at, and it's those 2 things.
That's a fair take.
Oh wait, go try to find the go straight. Like between those, you see that roof, that gap in the roof? Go there.
This one?
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead?
Even more over that gap. Yeah. So this is the first point. Look at how embedded that is. That compared to the other first points on the halfway maps are just like a raised platform in front of a straight hallway where people can just beamline through. You can actually defend this point. It's encompassed in. There's a separate building for people to lurk in.
Yeah.
I hate
this. Is hybrid though.
Yeah, this is hybrid, but this is a point that actually works.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right, so this is interesting. Valkyrie is actually going Ramatra this time, trying something new. We haven't seen them play this yet. This isn't. I don't know if this is a specialty of theirs. Bubbles again going Bastion. Poons, instead of his usual Reaper, is actually going Soldier 76, going double hit scan, which is actually going to be. It's going to be interesting because again. Extra is running a Bastion, but they're also running a Junkrat. Junkrat very good at lobbing grenades, so if the Bastion gets too set up, and if the hit scan gets too comfortable with the lines of sight they're holding, the Bastion can just spam hit to kill them off of it.
Yeah. If they can get those grenade launchers, then.
Both teams are using very pocket-heavy healers with a flex in Kiriko or Ana. See that Junkrat rockets up to the point and he pushes the soldier off of his advantage point. That's what Junkrat's for on this map. He's really, really good on this map. Ooh, the Orisa gets to the top. I don't even know how the Orisa got up there.
I have no idea. They were
cheater? Hacker? Oh, that's brutal. Valkyrie taken out immediately. Orisa on the map contesting. Ooh, good res! The Mercy sacrificed themselves, but they res the Ramatra. Orisa pushing back behind the point, killing everything behind the Ramatra.
Does that Orisa see the Ramatra? Oh, yes, they do.
That is a definitive team
they've
fight
got the point
win.
Here. Unless
no, they can't dive. No. They can't and they won't. This first chokehold is a very important one to hold. Where the team is setting up right now at the top of that building is actually a very good, it's a very optimal position to hold. So Claws are very smart to set up there. Yeah. Especially with the hit scan that they have, you can see them dealing a massive amount of damage, and Poon's taking out the Bastion, which is huge, although the Bastion gets rezzed immediately. And Born right now is going to be taking out this overextending Orisa, as it always is. The Bastion ult taking out 2! Bastion ult's incredible on this one. A wasted Orisa ult, but it doesn't matter. Triple kill from the Bastion. Mental doing fucking heavy work on Extra's team right now.
They got
Junkrat coming in above.
Cause really quick there. They had to
Yeah, that was really, really fast. It was a really fast counter, too. It was because that Bastion got rezzed after the soldier took him out and then was able to ultimate. That was the huge mistake, was not punishing that res.
Yeah.
Junkrat ult coming in from coming in 2 claws and taking out 2 DPS as well. Uno and Poons had just respawned and they're taken out by another explosive ult. That's got to be frustrating.
Stuck in that building.
Yeah, their mental might be like rough right now. Oh, really good ult. It's not enough to. Oh my God, Orisa's almost dead. You gotta punish that. She's full already. She's taken back to full. Both healers taking her. She takes a Bastional and is taken back to full health. Valkyrie taking out the Junkrat and contesting almost solo. Orisa trying to push people back. Oh no, a res on the Junkrat. You gotta punish those reses. Claw's not doing enough to punish the reses, and Extra's taking advantage of it to revive all of the teammates that they're solo picking out.
They're still stuck in that building.
Even though the Orisa was taken out, it's not enough. That res on the Junkrat was too powerful.
Junkrat getting those grenades right on the door immediately.
Extra has 5 minutes to push this payload to the end, which means that Claw has to defend for the next 5 minutes in this next point, and this is not an optimal point to hold. The one that they just gave up is typically the better defensive position. This one is a lot tighter, and it's going to be better suited for Reaper, which Poons just swapped to. And Valkyrie is also going to be doing a lot of good with Sigma, because Sigma has a lot of area of effect denial, which is good on this. As we saw right there, putting the shield up. Again, letting the res get off on the Mercy. Claws has to punish Mercy on Extra more, or else this is going to keep happening.
That payload has not really stopped moving.
Not at all, and the Bastion, like, we keep seeing Claw damaging and trying to fight through the Mercy heals, but every time they get the kill, Mercy just has the res ready to go, which is the #1 thing that they're messing up here. The Mercy is definitely the MVP of Extra's team right now. Another ult coming in with Mercy, power boosted as well, taking out Bubbles. Poons coming in from behind with a kill, finally taking out the Mercy and the Bastion.
We still got Junkrat on that point.
Oh, sneaky Junkrat, even I didn't see him.
And he's gone, alright. Claws might have taken back the point, but can they keep it?
Finally, Claw is able to take back the point. It's that Mercy did so much work. It saved the Orisa in the middle of an ult. It rezzed the Bastion. It power boosted the Bastion. It was the Mercy is really sort of the linchpin of Extra's team right now, and Claw is not doing enough to counter them, letting those reses go completely unpunished and trying to out DPS the healing, which works in some cases, but not enough to actually do any meaningful team wins. Notice Junkrat's from above. He's going to drop his ult in on Claw. Almost definitely. Here it comes. Oh, it takes out the Sigma. That's a massive pick. And remember, Junkrat is from above, so he might be looking down on that Ana. Oh, Ana able to counter the Junkrat, do just enough damage to push him back and block his healing. Orisa dropping onto the point with a pocket from behind. Soldier 76 gets a double kill on both healers. That leaves everyone open. Mental able to take it out. Orisa's the last one standing. Really good place from the DPS Soldier flanking. Orisa's got to back off before they take too much damage to heal from it. It's too late. The Reaper fucking kills them. Reaper is so close to their ult again because they punished that Orisa overextending. And that means that the next push, however, Orisa has their ult right now, which means that the team can chain on that, as well as an Ana ult, which is going to be good to push.
Might have taken this back, but I don't know if
Notice that the 2 ults that Claws has now are both area of effect denial attacks, with Sigma being a raise and slam over an area of effect, and Reaper being a large widespread damage. That's very big, although they just used that Sigma ult, and I'm not sure it was worth it to hold them back. Orisa ult coming in, slamming, getting slammed out. Orisa is slammed out. There's the Reaper ult getting both healers. That's what you need. That's what you need to see from behind. However, Orisa taking out both DPS, which means... Oh, fantastic work. Fantastic work from Claw. That is what they needed to do. They flanked with the Reaper ult to take out both healers, isolated the Orisa, and even though the Orisa took out their main DPSs, they still had enough damage, and Extra did not have enough healing to actually push back in any meaningful way, which means they took that round. Again, we have an Ana ult. Neither team has any significant push to ult. However, the Bastion on Extra, if they do a little more damage, will be able to get their ult. And that is a huge high damage area of effect, which we've seen decimate Claw in the past.
Yeah. They just need one good push to break Claw.
Yeah. Here comes the Bastion ult. Sigma's got to move. Nice moves from Sigma. Oh, excellent move from Kiriko teleporting out of the way. If you're wondering, Sigma is another hard counter to Bastion with his absorption, able to not only block Bastion's bullets, but use them as healing. Valkyrie able to take out the Mercy. Oh, look at it. Beautiful moves from Valkyrie to avoid the Bastion and still take out the healer around his very nose. Orisa contesting the point, but Orisa's not the main concern right now. Sigma coming in from behind, trying to damage and distract the team, while Kiriko contests the point solo, using the point to block for most of the damage. No players have died yet, but both teams are playing a heavy contestion game.
Oh, that Sigma ult might
A heavy ult from
out-
Sigma.
Almost took out that last.
Not enough to kill out the Bastion. Where is the Junkrat ult? The Junkrat ult goes, so oh, it kills Poons. It's just enough. Extra is right at the end of where they need to be. Soldier 76 coming in. Where's he going to get? Kills the Junkrat. That's what they needed. He's going to be hammering in on the Orisa right now. Orisa takes him out before his ult manages to kill him. It's just Sigma and a healer on the point right now.
Push that Extra needed here.
Mercy just res their Junkrat. That's very bad. Poons is so close to his ult, though. If Poons is taken out, if Poons had been able to pop up his ult, he might have been able to solo hold, but Extra knew that and was able to take him out. Oh, that's a really good Kiriko ult. They're holding now. Most of both teams are on the point right now. Bastion getting pushed back by Orisa. Orisa solo on the back of the point right now. Bastion getting knocked back. No healing allowed for him. Now
forward.
Has to kill that Mercy. There's that Reaper that we were seeing, but the Orisa pushes him off and Mercy out heals it, which means that right now it is just Sigma using the ultimate. Orisa not getting knocked off. It is solely up to this Sigma for the next couple seconds. Soldier coming in, trying to get picks. Soldier gets pushed back. Mercy finally gets the res off on Sigma. That was really good. The enemy team has to... That's a massive Orisa ult. It's going to knock everyone out. Does a ton of damage. Kills all three. That's the win for Extra.
They just needed one good push for a while there.
Extra had a fantastic comeback at the end of that round, able to use their Mercy to continually keep up their Orisa while the Orisa pushed to the back of site and kept all of Claw from pushing forward to hold the zone, while high damage characters like Junkrat and Bastion used the space that Orisa made to push up on the site and deal a shit ton of damage, preventing Claw from leaving their spawn.
Destroyed.
It's seen better days.
Yes, it is completely destroyed from that round. Yeah, Extra just needed that one last good push to take it from Paul.
Ready for battle.
It's like an invisible zone that stops the camera from going. Okay. Now, Paul has to get 3 points here to move on. This might be Extra's game.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Extra is really aggressive on this hold, and it worked out for them because they were able to get a kill with Bastion. However, an instant res. Again, Mercy is really the linchpin of this game again. Ooh, who snuck on a point there? Oh, is that Reaper? Reaper had snuck on the point and is going to be trying to get some sneaky picks. Taken out by the Bastion, though. They knew he was there. However, Extra is a tank down, even though Bastion is behind them, which means that they're going to have to be really careful. Bastion takes out the Mercy, which is terrible for Claw, especially because Claw can't heal now, which means that the one healer they do have, Ana, is not able to do a lot of stuff. It is one healer, one tank on the point again. We see that a lot. Ether and Valkyrie.
Yeah, Pause is going to regroup.
Yeah,
they're all spread out now.
Extra definitely retook this point very, very well. Claw tried to get a couple sneak picks on it and then used that disruption that sneak took to catch the team off guard. Excellent kill from Valkyrie on that Junkrat, but the Mercy's going to go for the res. Reaper gonna punish.
Oh, got off.
Fantastic.
The res, though.
Junkrat's on the point. Oh, Junkrat got Reaper in a trap. They were expecting that. They traded Mercy for the Reaper, and I think given that extra has an advantage right now, that was a worthwhile trade.
Yeah. They needed to get that damage.
On a diff.
Sie werden dich nicht kriegen.
Ooh, on a res. All right. So Reaper's again playing backside on, which I'm not sure is the best decision for him because he's really fucking low. But Reaper keeps trying to play backside on Claws, and he keeps trying to get a sneaky pick from behind, but he doesn't. Extra's too coordinated to let that happen. However, Extra just let their tank die, which if Claw can get another pick, that's going to be huge because the time it will take for that tank to get back will be a huge gap for Claw to take advantage of. And that's why Reinhardt's going to dive on the point right now. Junkrat from above, he's going to be pegging him with a bunch of... Oh, that shield is being... Oh my god, Soldier 76 just annihilating the team, not able to get Reinhardt until his shield drops.
Claw is throwing right now. They have not moved that point.
I don't know if you saw that, but that was a 5-player kill.
Yeah.
From one ult by Mental.
That was ridiculous.
What is it called when you hit someone directly with your grenade launcher? That has a name. I can't remember what it's called.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, it's like hitting your tubes or something. I don't know. That shield did a lot of work. That Ramatra blocked the entire ult. That was fantastic. Nice hit on the Ramatra. How close is the Ramatra? He's not close at all. Uses his ult to get back to full health. Again, the Ramatra is going to be holding this point almost solo.
Oh man, Extra might just take it away. I don't think
Extra's
Claw
had a
can
lot
win.
of hero moments.
Yeah, I don't think Claw can win at this. They got 40 seconds. They have 40 seconds to do.
Yeah,
they have to
and
contest the point the whole way.
Claude does not have an ult, and the Junkrat on Extra has their ult, which a lot of their characters are in a. Wait! Is that Reaper going to be able to get that Junkrat before? No, the Junkrat fights off the Reaper from near death, which is really good for that Junkrat. If that pick had been gotten, then Claude would have had a significant amount of time. But right now, the Tiger's going to come in from Junkrat. He's going to drop behind and get a kill on the Ana. That's the main healer.
They have to contest the whole
Claw's
game.
contesting hard. Claw's contesting hard. Bubble's got a really important pick, but Ana's coming back to life from the res. Mental got
I think
3
this is
really...
it. No, Claus has to get on the point.
And that's it.
That's it.
That is Extra as the
Extra's
tournament
wins.
winners.
Extras wins.
Play of the game.
He's riding.
Oh, is this the 5-player killer?
This
Yep.
soldier is a reference to a One Punch Man character.
Oh, I see.
Moomin Rider.
Alright, congratulations, Extras.
Yeah.
On
Hey.
on winning the tournament. I don't exactly know. There is the reward. I don't know if that was said. Was that said? I don't remember.
Do we have a
from the
reward?
start.
It's a
There is
big kiss on the
reward.
lips from Kaylin. Kaylin's gonna smooch you.
No, it's not. It's I believe it's Overwatch, like coins. Congratulations to Extras. I'm not sure what happened to Klaus at the end there. They choked up.
I think everyone was a little tired. Honestly, that was a long game.
Yeah,
off the bat.
it's 10 o'clock. Yes, I have confirmation that it is indeed Overwatch coins as the reward. You guys did a fantastic job. That 5-player kill at the end there was amazing. Yeah. I guess do we do interviews? You guys
Yeah, we
Do
can do
that?
interviews. I don't know where extra is. Oh, there they are.
They're down here. Does anybody in extra want to do an interview? Just like type in chat. Me.
Yeah,
or
in
something?
chat, if you want to do an interview, say yay or nay.
In
And if you
chat,
don't want
one of
to,
them. There's so many chats.
in the game chat, 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 in the game chat.
Game chat, in Discord chat, in Dream chat.
They said yes.
Sure, overweight.
Go!
Okay.
Go, Kaylin.
Come in here. Hello, welcome.
You're gonna bring them
Overweight.
here?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them here.
I can't bring them here.
This was very sudden. I wasn't expecting this.
You gotta bring the Caden. You gotta
We
bring the rest.
said
of them.
yeah, so we're gonna.
I did. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to be the first though, but you know.
You gotta bring the rest of them,
Who
Caleb.
else
We want
said
them all
yeah?
in
But
here.
did the whole team say sure?
Just bring them all in here.
Yeah, just
No,
bring them.
no,
We all
Alright,
laughed about it
alright.
and said sure.
All
They
right.
don't
Just
get a
bring 'em all in.
choice.
All right. Welcome.
There it
Booyah
is.
Booyah said that he wanted to be interviewed explicitly first. So by all
Okay.
means.
Wait,
Booyah, how'd you feel about that game?
that was very stressful.
Which one were you playing as? Because
I was the Ana. I was the Ana.
Ana. Yeah, there was a lot of there were a lot of Ana plays in that game, specifically with blocking heals. That would have been very stressful to keep up with.
The most stressful part was getting run at by the tank, but you know, nothing
definitely.
a good old sleep dart cannot solve.
Well, Valkyrie, we've seen Valkyrie play in a lot of tournaments in this school in the past, and they are like a very aggressive tank. They are very divey. They usually either play Reinhardt or Zarya, which just means that they like beeline on healers. And definitely towards the end there, when Claw was sort of getting their game back together, they were targeting healers with ults a lot. Like I think Reaper drop ulted on the healers twice at the end of the first push, which must have been really annoying.
Yeah, and it just so happened that every time he ulted, I did not have my sleep dart, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Well
He was
played on his
sneaky.
part. But yeah, the main reason I played Ana was definitely because of how Valkyrie plays, so heads off to him.
No, definitely. And I think with the one tank meta, having a character like Ana that can just stop a player in their tracks, especially with the large hitbox of tanks. There's a reason that we saw Ana on almost on one team or another, almost every single game throughout this whole tournament. It's because it's just such a valuable pick. And the other pick we actually saw a lot, especially in this game between you two, was Mercy. Who was the Mercy player on this team?
I was the Mercy player.
Yeah, so like, why did you decide for this game specifically to pick Mercy? Is that just like your favorite choice, or what made you decide to swap to that?
I think we just needed a Mercy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I was seeing in this game between both your playstyle and Claw's playstyle was just that there was so much pocketing. Like you almost needed a pocket because of how aggressive both tanks played, with your Orisa tending to dive in really, and then Valkyrie playing a Doomfist to tend to dive in a lot. You both sort of had playstyles that mandated like a pocket healer, and Mercy did really good there, which was nice. And then what about Bastion? Both you guys swapped to Bastion about halfway through your games and then almost never swapped off. Do you guys just like Bastion, or did you just feel like it was necessary for the situation?
That was me. It was in response to Valkyrie being the problem.
Yeah.
So we went the best tank shred we could think of and stuck a Mercy on it as a pocket.
No, yeah, exactly. And it worked pretty well for the most part. You had a couple of moments where Claw countered you with either Reaper or Genji, which was a little stressful, but I mean, in the end, it worked enough that you had a Bastion pretty much until the end. And that new Bastion ult, yeah, exactly. And that new Bastion ult is it's so good for area of denial. Like, you can do so much with it, especially on a payload map.
And when I wasn't getting kills with it, it was just splitting up the team fight.
No, exactly. And we saw both teams doing that. I would see Claw would do this more when they were playing defensively, is that they would preemptively Bastion ult a lane just to prevent anyone from coming through it. And they would almost never get kills with it, but it would completely stop things. And I saw you guys do that as well, where it would just you would drop an ult somewhere near the payload, which would usually, especially when Sigma was being played on the other team, because Sigma was very aggressive, it would usually split the healers and the tanks, which was really good. It was smart plays with the ults.
Yeah, we were trying to isolate the tank and kill them pretty much the whole
Yeah.
game.
So let me ask, at the end of the last game on Hollywood, when you were in that final payload push, we were on overtime for about 6 minutes, I think. It was a very long time. What was did you guys have like an actual strategy? Did you guys have a plan for what you were going to do? Or were you just kind of saying, fuck it, we ball, we have to charge this one last time?
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that would be Logan, our tank, who
Yeah.
pretty much keep him alive to deny, and we just try to keep coming in and supporting.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the strategy on that particular push was to dive heavy with the tank. In fact, the Orisa was almost pushed up to their spawn just to push players back from getting the payload, and it worked really well. I don't know what the new mechanics are of Orisa. I don't know how you kept getting so many shields, but it felt like when I was watching Orisa, it just felt like the health bar never went down. Even when there wasn't a healer on Orisa, it just felt like that health bar could not get taken down.
Yeah, I rarely saw it go like below half. It's just constant health.
New Orisa is infamous for being really difficult to kill.
Yeah, that's
Orisa
interesting.
Fortify with the no headshots, 75 HP. What is it? 50%, 75% mit?
I think it's 50%,
50% mit is
Thank
just
you.
impossible.
but you can't get headshots, so it's effectively a
Okay,
lot.
so do you, what in your opinion, do you think Orisa is overpowered? Do you think that she needs a nerf, or do you think that she's in a comfortable spot right now that you need to play around?
So, honestly, I don't think Orisa's good. I just like her.
Yeah, well, she was definitely effective in this particular game, and she definitely fulfills the role of like the Doomfist cancel that she was originally supposed to.
That's exactly what I was going for. Like, I want to play Ram because I like Ram, but Orisa just does so well against Doom and Rhine, which is like his two favorite tanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you were not just playing the Valkyrie counter tanks, which if past tournaments or anything go off of, that's the way to go, because Valkyrie's a fucking menace.
Honestly, we only saw his first game against the Ducklings, and that's where it was decided.
Yeah,
That's where
We're
the
going
strategy
full
stemmed.
anti-tank.
Yeah.
well, that was a good call. I mean, it brought you guys to the win, so great job. Great job in this tournament, guys. That was really good games. It was really close towards the end, but you guys pulled through. Good gameplay from every single one of you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Very fun, very fun.
It was very
Thanks for
fun.
running the tournament. Had fun.
Hey, no worries. Now get him out of here, Kalen. Put him back.
Alright, I'll put the back down. He's being
Being banished.
sucked back down here. Alright.
Also, great commentary, you guys. It was nice to
I'm
listen
out,
to
I'm
when we
out
weren't
of
playing.
breath. Well, you're not supposed to listen while you're playing. That's cheating.
When we're not
Damn!
playing, I said.
Alright.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
that's the end of the stream,
congratulations.
everybody.
That is the end of the stream. Congratulations to Team Extras, who is just the random team that we cobbled together.
They were not a pre-made team. They were
the only team that was not pre-made.
They were Phil.
and they won. So
Well, thank you everyone in the audience for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. This was one of our shorter Overwatch tournaments. Normally they go 2 days, but we had a drop out at the last minute. Again, we'll be trying to put together more tournaments in the future, so remember to vote and remember to spread the word so you can see more tournaments that you want to see. We do Smash Bros tournaments, we do Overwatch tournaments, we do Valorant tournaments. We can do Rocket League. We'll probably do a CS:GO one since CS2 is coming out.
Once CS2,
Any game,
CS2 comes out, probably do a tournament for that. That would be good.
If you're tired of being a spectator, talk to us about the games that you want to play in, because these tournaments are for you.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you
Tell
for
us.
joining. I've been Chris.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm Kalen. This is Chris.
Yeah, and
we'll see you on the next tournament.
we're signing off. You guys have a good day.